This podcast is part of Another Happy Studios,
the home of podcasts with passion.
It's Christmas! Say folks, welcome to the Fish and Trip Files, a Gavin and Stacey podcast brought to you by Another Happy Studios. This is a podcast where every other week we like to take a look back at the wonderful, hilarious and silly little British sitcom that is Gavin and Stacey. My name's Pearson, I've been a lifelong fan of the show, but for my co-hosts it's their very first time watching. Speaking of co-hosts, hailing all the way from the USA, I'm joined by the one-of-a-kind arithmetic, Ari. Would you rather host Christmas at your house every year or always go to someone else's place for Christmas?
Probably host it. I like hosting events.
Yeah, I think I agree. This isn't really a difficult one. It's just more of like a get to know you one.
It's an icebreaker challenge.
Yeah, it's an icebreaker.
Yeah. After a year of podcasting, we're finally breaking the ice.
Yeah, I'm finally getting to know you. And of course, dialing in from...
Pierce, what's your favorite kind of Christmas cookie?
We don't really do Christmas cookies as a nation, really.
Oh.
Like gingerbread men, I guess, is a Christmas cookie.
Yeah, you got your gingerbread men. A big one is just like the frosted sugar cookies.
Yeah, I know about those.
So like you do different decorations on them. Or like basically just any cookie could be a Christmas cookie. A Christmas cookie is just a cookie you eat at Christmas, to be honest.
So what's my favorite cookie that I would eat in the festive period?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm a big fan of just a chocolate digestive. I think that's just the king of cookies. Like, it's a classic for a reason and it never gets old.
Explain what that is to American listeners. Okay,
yeah. So from what I understand, because from what I've seen Americans on, like, you know how there's videos on YouTube, like, I can't remember what they're called, but they'll get celebrities to like try British food and stuff. From when I've seen those and people have eaten digestives, they've been like graham crackers, kind of, but I don't think that's correct because I've googled graham crackers and they don't look like digestives, but they're just basically just cookies and they've just got chocolate on them and they're the fucking best. So yeah, that's my favorite cookie that I would eat at Christmas.
Thank you.
And of course, dialing in from the exotic land of Canada, we are joined by the brilliant Mayday. May, what is your favorite Christmas song?
Oh, well, here's the thing, right? So you guys don't know this song. My favorite Christmas song is Temps d'une dinde by Roland y a Tremblay, right? Or a very close second is La Cuisinière by La Bottine Souriante. But
you're so
for people
French. Oh my god.
However, but I also have an answer for like if like somebody who doesn't know those songs, like if they ask me and I just want to like be part of the conversation and not
Sure.
like. Which is Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Oh, really?
I really like that song.
I didn't think that was anyone's favorite Christmas song.
No, I love that song. I think it's so good. I think it's one of those songs that like people love to hate, but like if you just listen to it, it's good. I can't listen to it in December because I'm doing like Whamageddon, but for that song specifically. and by the way, listening to the Christmas special, I was like, I fucking hope they don't play that song. That would suck ass. And I'll hope the same one for 2 weeks from now.
I was like, because you'd like you say, I don't hate it by any means, but I've just never listened to it. Like it's just always been like background music in movies and stuff. I've never like played it of my own accord.
Well, because here's the thing, right? I think that about every single non-Quebecois Christmas song. I couldn't give less of a fuck about it. But if I have to choose one, I guess it'll be Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You. Maybe I just haven't heard enough non-Quebecois Christmas songs, and if I hear one, I'll be like, oh yeah, that one's fine, I guess.
Fair enough. Yeah. But
wait, no, because I have my question. If you had to legally change your name to one of the reindeer names, but not Rudolph, which one would it be?
Oh, I was going to say Rudolph. Shit. What? I can't even remember the reindeers.
Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid.
It's got to be Vixen.
Okay.
Vixen, always Vixen, because I have a crush on Jenny the Vixen Ryan.
I'd go Comet.
Comet, yeah, Comet's also a good one. What about you, May?
Dasher and Dancer and Connor and Blitzen.
Connor?
Comet and, you know Dasher and Dancer.
Connor, it's just a guy called Connor. It's not even a reindeer, it's just a guy.
Comet and Cupid. I guess I'd also go Comet.
Just some dude called Connor. That's so funny. That's such a funny image.
You know what's fucking crazy is that when I was saying the names to you, I could remember them, but now I'm saying them and I'm like, wait, I'm forgetting a few. Okay, Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen. Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. I guess I'd go Donner. But however, I will say this. All of the names for Rudolph's reindeers sound like names somebody gives to themselves if they're legally changing their name and they want they're like I'm legally changing my name to something cool. I'm gonna be called Vixen now.
That's so true. But we are not here to talk about reindeers, Christmas cookies, Christmas hosting plans, Christmas songs, or fucking, what was the other one?
I think you got it, man. You nailed
Christmas
it.
hosting plans, cookies, reindeer, whatever. We're not here to talk about all of that shit.
You had them.
We are
You're
here.
fine.
I think I got them all. But we are here to talk about series I don't know what, episode I don't know what number. It's the 2019 Christmas special. So this episode is hard to find the title of. I don't know whether there is a title in, like, it's hotly debated among the Gavin and Stacey circles. That is not true. It's not clear what the title is. So it's either called just the 2019 Christmas special, or some people call it a special Christmas, which is a fun little title. It was aired on. Do you guys want to guess what the date it was aired on?
I'm gonna go Christmas Day.
Yeah.
This feels like event TV.
Okay, I'll because she's guessing Christmas and I want one of us to be right. I'll say December 26th, 2019.
Okay, it was Christmas Eve.
Fucking Christ!
No, that's a lie. That's a no. No, it's a lie. It was aired on Christmas. Well done, Ari. You nailed it. And one other thing, we mentioned near the start of Series 2 that Ari, you were spoiled on something, weren't you? Do you want to now tell May and the listeners exactly what you were spoiled on in some more detail?
Hold on. Yeah, can I just read out the little blurb I saw?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh yeah, okay. So I had seen the blurb for the most recent episode of the show, so the 2024 special, which is just find out what happened after Nessa's marriage proposal to Smithy. So
that's what Ari read all those months
Okay.
ago.
Because I think the reason I thought that the spoiler would be like that Neil the baby isn't actually Smithy's was because I misunderstood that. I thought what Ari got spoiled on was she looked at the description for the episode we were currently watching, and it would say something like Neil the baby, who isn't actually Smithy's kid.
Yeah, I noticed that you thought that, and I didn't correct you because I didn't want to steer you in any direction. I was happy to just let you sit with that. But yeah, that's what I guess we could talk more about that when we come to it in the episode and how you found that spoiler and how it affected your viewing experience. But do we have any overall thoughts on the 2019 special?
I really liked this one. I thought it like my one thing that I had been like sort of worried about last episode was that I didn't like that like it ended in such an ambiguous way. That I felt like another episode might ruin that. And I like how they actually went even more ambiguous with the ending this time. I got to the ending and I was like, oh, that's good. And then like I put down my notes, I started doing something else, and 5 minutes later I was like, wait a second, that's the last episode for 5 years. So I added in a note 5 minutes later that was like, very cool ending. My one criticism of this special, and I think this is not the show's fault, I think this is like the fault of like the circumstances in which I'm watching this. I didn't like how many insane callbacks there were in like the first few minutes of the show. It kind of like annoyed me because it felt like, oh, remember this cool thing? But I think that like that's because I had watched the previous episode like only like a few weeks before. So I think had I been in a situation where there had been nothing for 10 years, I think I would have appreciated a lot more than like I've just finished watching the show and now I'm like hearing all these like throwbacks. And I appreciated that like it seemed to like calm down as the episode went out. Like they got a few out the way right out the gate, then like they put a pause on it, and then it was a lot more normal, I guess.
I remember when I can't remember when I said this, but at one point I've said to someone in the past, like, anyone who watches Gavin and Stacey now has to wait 10 years between finishing series 3 and watching the 2019 episode, because then otherwise you don't get the real meat of it. But what were the callbacks that you were referencing there? Because I'm just for the sake of talking.
There was like the only 18 hours to go now, babe.
Oh,
there
okay.
Was
you
Pam
didn't like that?
Well, I just because it's fine on its own. I just think that there were just so many back to back that I was just like, okay, I get it.
Okay. Ari, what did you reckon?
I thought that like as a piece of TV, I don't think I liked it as much as the last Christmas special,
Sure.
But I think it does like it works very well as a 10 years later piece. It's just kind of a different function and almost like genre. Yeah.
Okay. So I more agree with you, Ari. Like when this episode came out, like you were saying, May, because it had been 10 years, I thought this was the best thing ever. Like I loved it. I thought it was like the greatest thing that has ever been on the silver screen. It wasn't in cinemas. I don't know why I said silver screen. But looking back now, it's good. Don't get me wrong. I like it. But it's not like the second coming of Christ, like as I thought back then. There's a lot of stuff that wasn't done amazingly. I think they just weren't quite able to get into the groove of it that well, like James and Ruth when they were writing it. Having said that, it is lovely checking in with these characters, especially since like I was a kid when these episodes stopped airing, and you know, as I said at the very start of the podcast, it feels like I grew up with them. So seeing them 10 years later just felt magical at the time, and it still does. I think it's great.
I think like last week we were talking, or last week for us, a couple weeks ago for listeners, we were talking about the like whether or not like they could even like pull off like a 10 years later with like how it ended like the previous episode.
Yeah.
And I feel like they like this is as good of a 10 years later as like they could have written. I feel like
Absolutely.
it doesn't. There's not really anything I'm like they should have like done this differently or something. It's it is what it is. Like it is just being a reunion episode. It kind of constrains it a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. But let's talk about the episode. Where do we open up?
Yeah, so we open up with Stacey, who's on the phone with Gavin. She's trying to get into some sort of account so she can track a gift for one of the kids. Yeah. Side note, love that the kids are all named after royal family members. I'm sure Pam had nothing to say about that.
Wait, are they? Harry, Caitlin, and...
yeah.
Wait, is Meghan a thing?
Meghan Markle, man.
Oh my god. Who's Caitlin?
Kate Middleton, right?
Oh my god!
I don't know if her name is actually short for Catherine. I actually had trouble with Caitlin, and I was like, Kate Middleton?
Oh my god!
But it could be Catherine.
A thing? Is that intentional? Holy shit!
How did you not know about this?
No, but Harry's name is spelled with an I.
Yeah, but I thought the joke was that they were spelling it the Welsh way, but it was still like...
Oh my god. That's fucking insane. Okay. I mean, if that's intentional, and I didn't notice that, I
think it'd be more insane if that wasn't intentional, and they just named the kids after royal family members.
But they're not like uncommon names, are they? They're all pretty common.
But I thought like it then like sort of they did like a callback to it later when Pam, which again if they didn't name them after royal members, that's a hell of a coincidence. She calls Harry her little prince's prince. Yeah. Anyways, I think that's funny because Pam has beef with certain royal family members. Yeah. So I thought like there's no way she didn't like get her 2 cents in when the kids were getting named.
But we open it. Yeah, we as you say we open on a beautiful shot of Trinity Street, and I do think it's very funny that only like the 5 houses closest to Gwen's are Christmassy, because obviously this was filmed in summer, so they could only get decorations up on like the nearest few houses. But they're trying to sort out Christmas presents, and Gavin is at home back in Essex for a work meeting thing, and we find out that they do have 3 kids, and one of you predicted 3 kids. I can't remember who it was, but one of you gets a point. Well done, you predicted.
I think that was May.
It was me. Okay,
nice.
A W on me, I guess.
Hell yeah. And May, you didn't like Only 18 Hours to Go Now, babe? What the hell?
No, I liked it. There's a difference between 18 Hours to Go Now, babes, and then 18 Hours to Go Now, babes, and it's like when we first met. I'm in Essex, and you're in Wales, and then like later on, there's like they do that thing where like one of them comes in singing a song, and then everybody joins in, and then like it just felt like. I'm just happy that they didn't do this throughout the whole episode, because I just feel like the first 15 minutes was very much throwback heavy. But I also understand that that's a me issue for not having like spent 10 years not watching the show. That to me, it didn't feel like, oh, that's cool. It's like from 10 years ago. It just felt like, oh, that's cool. It's from like 2 weeks ago. You know?
You've summarized it. It's definitely made for people who haven't seen Gavin and Stacey in 10 years. Which, as someone who hasn't seen Gavin and Stacey in 10 years, I'm here for this. Like, I always love fan service and shit. I love nostalgia bait. Like, when Russell T Davies came back to Doctor Who and David Tennant became the Doctor for the 19th time, I was like, yes, give me that shit. I love it.
But I agree with you. I also love the fan service type of thing. I'm never like the type to criticize that. But I just think it just wasn't for me just because of the circumstances that I was watching the episode
exactly. I'm a fan. I like being serviced.
The reason specifically the 18 hours to go now, babe thing made me roll my eyes is because they did the exact same callback in the last episode we watched. So it was just like the same callback in the same way. Like, I
feel like but if you'd had 10 years, would you have been like, this is cool?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Everyone is 10 years older now. I feel like everyone looks great. I feel like Pam has not aged at all.
There are a few characters that haven't aged, yeah.
I thought the same thing about Mick. He looks exactly the same.
Him as well.
Him as well,
yeah.
I disagree about Mick. I thought Mick had aged quite a lot.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we'll get to each character. But
about the only 18 hour, about the line where they go like, it's just like old times. I'm in Essex and you're in Wales. It's been 10 years. Do they say that every time they end up being in... every time Gavin goes to Essex on the phone, they're just like, it's just like old times.
I mean, that's the thing. I feel like nowadays, in 2019, they probably don't phone call that often.
Yeah. Interesting.
But then we get the title card, and it's one thing that annoys me. It's not red and white like it was in the last Christmas special. It's just black and white and black, which is the same. Question... Yeah. Should I make the cover art and the YouTube thumbnail red and white, or should I be the same as the episode? What do you guys think?
No, do it the same as the episode.
Same as the episode.
A totally different color, blue and green or something.
Fuck's sake. See, I want to do red and white.
No, listen. I feel like they don't deserve it. If they wanted our title card to be red and white, they should have made their episode card red and white.
They don't deserve it.
I suppose it does take more effort. Like, I have to remake it.
Yeah, exactly. No. None of that.
All right, that's it. It's black and white. Sorry, folks, you don't get your red and white.
If you have a complaint, write to Smithy and Nessa directly, whose names I totally remember right now.
But we're at Pam and Mick's after the title card, and Pam is packing. She's having a breakdown about staying at Gwen's.
Her hair looks really good, is my note. I just think
it does look nice, doesn't it?
Right? It looks really good.
It's very full. Yeah. It's very full.
This episode is more than like other episodes, very Gwen beef coded. Like,
There's a lot of hate.
In other episodes, there is a running theme of like Nessa kind of like being snide towards Gwen, but like this time it's like everybody's caught the flu. Like everybody has secret beef with Gwen. In
it. There's so much of it.
Pam used that was like one of like the OG plot threads was like Pam having some beef with Gwen.
Yeah. Pam and Gwen have always had that like subtle digs at each other, but
that's true.
They love each other. They love each other.
Yeah.
I mean, the first time Gwen came to Pam's house, she called her a sheep shagger. So how good is their relationship going to be, really? But they do love each other. It's fine. I love Mick, man, because he shuts down Pam's panic with just don't take the towels, babe. Like come on, don't be ridiculous. Don't take the towels, babe. I love that line.
There's a few times where like Pam will start freaking out about something, and then Mick will immediately spot it and be like, "What the fuck's going on?"
That's the thing, man. Like Mick is always doing stuff like that. He's always calming Pam down. But yeah, Gav comes down and he's talking about the fact that like him coming up to Essex was pointless, and Pam then has this amazing line which is, "I tell them to make you come you up every week if I could." To come you up, which those words just don't make sense, but you understand what she's getting at. It's really good.
Yeah.
Any Bear Grylls fans in?
No.
No.
Oh.
Are you a Bear Grylls fan?
Yeah, I fucking love. Well, I used to love Bear Grylls.
You drink your own pee?
All the time, mate.
It's like how friend of Dorothy means someone is gay. If someone says they're a Bear Grylls fan, it means they
drink their
piss.
I think that should become common vocabulary. I think we should make that go viral.
It'd be a term you wouldn't be able to use very often, but when you get to use it,
it'd be so good. Because you'd get to explain it as well.
Yeah,
people would be like, "What the fuck does that mean?" It means he drinks his own piss, obviously. But then, we go back to Trinity Street.
Yeah.
Bryn's been to Turkey.
Mm-hmm.
Got that hair transplant.
Yeah, I didn't even really notice it. Maybe that's on me, but I was like, "Where's the hair transplant?" He looks okay. Well, maybe I haven't been paying enough attention.
I will say he looks good. Like I see what you're saying. He looks good. I feel like if I watched this episode and you hadn't mentioned the hair transplant, I would have been like, Bryn looks really good in this episode, but I wouldn't have been able to pinpoint what it was.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, interesting. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for me it's like super obvious. Yeah, it's like, oh my god, like. But when I say it's super obvious, I don't mean that in a negative way. Like like Rob Brydon looks good. It's done a good job for him. It's framed his face well.
W on him, you know.
Yeah, for real. Get that hair transplant, brother. He's got more hair than me. Let me just say that.
He does this little lasso thing to Harry, and Harry's not participating, so that's my least favorite child right there. Participate in your great uncle's bits, dumb cunt.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I do like they all call him Uncle Bryn.
Yeah, it's really sweet, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Uncle Bryn even calls Harry Batman, which I think is, I don't know, that just adds some texture. I like that a lot. But Then we go into Nana Gwen's, and Melanie Walter.
Wait, hold on.
Oh,
Whoa.
sorry. Go on.
I was going to say, Bryn's is handling Christmas dinner for over 13 people.
Over 13? He's doing it again, man. It just means 14.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's a really good bit.
Yeah, I love it. So I'm going to start doing that. Whenever I have a number that's higher than 5, if it's 6, I'm going to say over 5.
Yeah.
But then we do go into Nana Gwen's, and Melanie Walters is another actress who just hasn't aged a day. She looks incredible, I think.
Yeah, she is. She's knitting. And yeah, that's all.
Is she knitting? Oh, okay.
She's knitting or crocheting or so. One of those things,
nice.
Where you're just
I didn't see what she was doing. Cool. But Bryn walks in, and he says to Gwen, he says the line, "Any luck with the plate warmer, Gwen?" And this line was my only spoiler for this episode when I watched it. I remember, do you remember that I mentioned that I didn't watch this episode as it was airing because I wanted to be able to focus on it, so I sort of turned away and put my headphones on so that everyone in the room could watch it, and I didn't see any of it. While I was doing that, as it was airing, my mate George texted me that line out of context. He just sent me, "Any luck with the plate warmer, Gwen?" And I just instantly knew that was a Bryn line. So I could just tell that was by Bryn, so I knew that was coming when I went into the episode later on.
Did you say that on the podcast? Or was that one of our other, was that?
No, I'm pretty sure I said that on the podcast. I seem to remember editing it.
Okay.
But yeah, Glenda's nicked Gwen's plate warmer.
What a bitch.
Yeah, I love that. I love the way that Stacey goes, "She's such a bitch, man." It's so good.
Yeah, because she borrowed the plate warmer from Gwen, and then she lost it, and now she's saying she never even borrowed it.
Yeah, fucking that is bitch
what a
move.
Cunt. What a fucking
for real,
cunt.
man. Fuck Glenda.
Yeah.
But she does look after the kids for them later in the night. Yeah. So she's not all bad, I suppose.
Bryn drops a line that I just know he discovered recently, and he's just
go on,
he's
say the line
using all the time. He says, "See ya, wouldn't want to be ya," and I just fucking know he's been using that line way too much.
He's just discovered. Wait till he discovers "See you later, alligator."
Oh my god,
he's gonna love that shit.
Who do you think he heard it? Who do you think he heard it from? What was his source?
I think he heard it on some Netflix TV show. I think Netflix original. Yeah. And he's got his iPad on a sling. It's so Bryn. It's so Bryn, man.
Yeah, he's also discovered walkie-talkies, which is really funny because he's an adult who has a cell phone, and like obviously those work better. But he's insisting that they use walkie-talkies, but won't explain why that would be more effective. Just says that he has no time for Gwen's negativity. Which is obviously just Bryn for I just really want to use these walkie-talkies. They're cool.
Exactly, man. Just let Bryn use his walkie-talkies, man.
Yeah, for real.
But then it's back at Pam and Mix, and the doorbell goes, and who is it?
It's Smithy. And he's doing the robot and singing. Everybody's singing.
Oh yeah.
Here we fucking
Step
go.
into Christmas. Step into Christmas. So yeah, Smithy he's back in full Smithy mode. You know, he's talking about his night out last night, and here we get the first mention of Sonia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do we can? I suppose we'll talk more about Sonia later.
Yeah, I knew she was gonna be a bitch because this is a sitcom and like you're supposed to anybody that Smithy or Nessa gets with, you're supposed to hate him. So I was like getting ready for her to be a total cunt.
I just wrote bro found another 12-year-old.
I see. This is the thing. When I was watching this, I was like, "Oh, they're gonna think Sonia is like 16. That's what they're gonna think."
I mean, they do kind of lean into that for the first
half
of the episode.
Like,
they're like
because
he's like baby talking her and like
yeah.
When I was watching it, I was like, "Oh my god!" It does sort of seem like they're setting it up for her to be.
It's so
very
unfunny.
young.
I'm sorry, it's such an unfunny bit. They need to move on.
No, they have. I don't think they were intentionally setting it up for her to be a kid.
I don't think they're intentionally setting it. Well, I kind of do. I think the baby talking was a deliberate callback to Lucy, which was a joke about her being a child.
I suppose so.
Yeah. I don't think I don't think they're thinking that we as the audience are expecting a 12-year-old to walk in. But I do think that is the joke that's being made a little bit.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
I did have a note that I like that. Okay, so last episode I said that I liked how it was ambiguous. Like we didn't know whether or not Nessa and Smithy actually got together and stuff. Yes. I do prefer what they went with, which is that they are not dating. I just think that was a really good choice.
yeah. It does. It feels realistic that they've said that they've been sleeping together like occasionally on and off.
Well,
but nothing
every
serious.
second Friday.
Every second Friday.
Because Nessa loves a ritual.
She's a woman of habit.
Yeah.
But yes, as Smithy's still talking about his night out, he was like, they went to a club and they were the oldest people in there by 25 years, which is such a funny line. Chinese Alan's kids, one of them's a bouncer. All of this is gold. I love it.
That kid's probably no more than 9 years old. No kid had been mentioned beforehand, and he's a fucking bouncer.
One of them's a bouncer. So fucking dumb.
It reminds me of like when I used to work at the gas station, I'd have to card people, and I was like 16 or 17 when I was doing it. And occasionally I'd have somebody be like, "I'm over 18. You're clearly a kid. How are you carding me?" And I was like, "Brother, I'm not the one trying to buy a 6-pack right now. I'm."
That's crazy that you can sell that stuff when you're too young to buy.
I don't think you can in the US. I could be wrong.
I don't think you can either. I think it was like one of those things where it was like, who the fuck is going to do anything about it?
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I think it was one of those things where it's like, technically you shouldn't, but who the fuck is going to do anything about it?
Yeah, who the fuck's going to check? But yeah, Smithy goes up to have a look at Mick and Pam's shower. And then we go to the island, Barry Island, and the dog is there. We get to see the
dog. Yeah.
Good to know he's doing well.
Yeah. I wonder whether it's the same dog. Probably not.
Probably not. I had a headcanon that they just like shot a bunch of different shots of the dog running and then just like peppered them in throughout the seasons. Like they weren't. I don't think they got the dog back every time they wanted to do a Barry shot.
I don't know. I think they did because the weather was different. The weather was different on the different shots.
Okay.
But Nessa is doing tattoos. Did Quentin watch this with you? Did Quentin have thoughts? Does Quentin have those glasses with the lights and the magnifiers?
He didn't. He didn't watch this with me. He doesn't have those glasses. I'm sorry.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he's not.
Is he even a real tattoo artist?
But yeah, she's doing a tattoo for this guy Darren, and Darren asks how much he owes Ness, and she's like, "Nah, don't worry about it. We got history. This is on me." And he's like, no. I got to give you something. And then she just like doubles the price from what's on the wall behind her. It's so good.
I did say that it's an insane scene for a character we've never seen before. And he's just like, I'd do anything for you.
Yeah. But that's very like, from what we understand about Nessa, that feels very like realistic that she would have these men pining
woman
over
has magical powers.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Stacey comes in and she tells him she tells Dar to fuck off, and then like he starts saying something else, and she's like, "Oh, be gone,
be gone." I love be gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stacey's here, and Stacey asks, "Where's Neil the baby?"
Here we go, boys.
It's Neil the baby.
Yeah, he's gluing the pennies.
Were you guys excited?
I was.
I mean, I knew he was going to be in the episode.
At first, when they were calling for Neil and Neil wasn't turning around, I thought the bit would be that we never see his face. Because like they were
weird,
just calling for him and he wasn't talking, wasn't looking, but then the bit is just that he only responds to Neil the baby.
Neil the baby.
That was good. That was good. I liked that bit.
Yeah. It's
like
good shit.
I know, like the bit of they still call him Neil the baby. Like that's pretty good. I knew about that bit before, so like
did you?
That didn't do very much for me. The bit that the kid only responds to Neil the baby is very funny.
Yeah, it's very real because like. My grandma, right? She's called Babs, which I always thought was short for Barbara. Like I thought that for most of my life, and so does everyone else, right? Everyone else she meets, they think Babs is short for Barbara. But it turns out her real name is Mary, but she was just the youngest of her siblings, and so they called her Babs, which was short for baby, and the name has just stuck for all her life. And now she's like her grandmother. She was still called Babs, short for baby.
Oh, that's cute.
But Neil the baby is played here by Oscar Hartland. He's not been in Doctor Who, unfortunately, but he has been in something that you've both seen. I wonder whether you'll be able to guess what he's been in.
Okay, let me think. What can you? I would be interested in knowing the time period. Was it around the same time this episode came out?
No, it was actually much younger when he was in this role.
Okay.
Would it have been that one TV show about the kids in the apartment that we watched that one time? We only watched the pilot.
Kids in the apartment?
No, like young adults in an apartment, and you were like, this is just like that episode of Doctor Who, only really good.
Oh, Fresh Meat.
There's no baby in Fresh Meat. Let me think a little bit longer. Okay, so we're around, it's gonna be like around 2012-ish. I don't know. Is he the original baby from when they first, like the last time Neil the baby appeared on screen?
He played Neil the baby.
Yeah,
as a baby.
Okay, well, fuck you.
It is funny because I didn't know that, and I was thinking that they did some pretty good appearance casting for someone who could realistically play James Corden's son.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I just think it's really cool. He's Neil the baby, and he's back.
That's cute.
That's cute.
Yeah, man.
I don't know if you guys know this, but compromise is a coitus killer.
I have heard this.
I did have a couple notes. So Stacey still has presents to buy. May, how are you feeling about this?
So usually I'd be appalled. And you know what? My initial thing I was going to say is usually I'd be appalled, but I'm getting pretty last minute with my gifts as well. And then I looked at the date and it said December 14th. And I was like, wait, maybe I'm exaggerating. Because I guess December 14th is last minute for me.
I haven't even started Christmas shopping yet.
I'm like 5% there with Christmas shopping.
I'm literally at 0%, man.
Yeah. Okay, wait. Gwen is getting a bath bomb was my other note about.
Oh yeah, mate, you're a bath bomb fan?
I love a bath bomb. They're not as cool. Before I used bath bombs, I thought that they'd end up being a lot cooler than they are.
Okay.
It's just like a bit of fizz, but it's nice when you get in the bath and there's like, it's all pink and it smells nice. I do love a bath bomb.
Yeah.
I love it more for like having said that I've used a bath bomb than for what the bath bomb actually does. Sometimes it's just nice to be like, this is a special bath. I'm putting in a bath bomb. And like, it doesn't matter how little the bath bomb actually changes the bath.
Yeah. I get
bath
that.
bombs are interesting because it's one of those things that you're never going to buy for yourself. You're never going to be like, what this bath really needs is a bath bomb. But once you have a bath bomb lying around and you're like, I better put this in a bath, it's like the best bath ever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah? Oh, sick. Okay. But yeah, they basically they start talking about their sex lives. Gavin and Stacey basically never have sex anymore. Which I will say that Stacey predicted this in series 3. Do you remember? She was like, once we have a kid, all the sex is going to dry up.
Yeah, that's funny.
And Nessa and Smithy haven't had sex since Sonia's been in the picture.
Well, hold on. You're skipping over You're skipping over the cabinets.
Oh yeah, go on.
So they're not giving each other gifts. They're not giving each other gifts this Christmas. Instead, they're just gonna like buy some cabinets that are nice.
Yeah,
cabinets.
They are for their kitchen.
Yeah. And Nessa hears this and like nods politely, and then Stacey's like, "This is all really boring, isn't it?" And Nessa just says, "That's the worst gift I've ever heard of."
And she says, "Last year I got Bryn some strepsils."
And she's getting everybody taps this year, but the kitchen cabinets is the worst gift.
Taps is an unreal gift.
Explain strepsils to me.
But strepsils are just like what you take to soothe, like throat soothers. They're like you suck them.
Oh, like throat lozenges?
Yeah, lozenges. That's the word.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. But yeah, fucking taps is a brilliant present. Shut up.
Yeah, that was amazing. I have notes when we get there. Yeah.
yeah. But then it's Pam and Mick's bathroom. Smithy and Gav are reminiscing about school, and this is so real. I have a few mates who I still know from when we were at school. And we still take the piss out of teachers just like we used to when 15 years ago.
Yeah.
It never ever stops, especially when they have an accent. That always makes it more fun when you get to do their accent. It's
Bro's
so
racist.
But yeah, fucking Smithy's going to propose to Sonia as well.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious because Gavin thinks that that's too soon.
Oh my god.
Fucking rich coming from him.
Yeah,
my note on that was just that these people are obsessed with getting engaged on Christmas.
It's happened once. It didn't even happen this time. Well,
yeah, but that's one of those 2 nickels situations.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Smithy says that he has to get engaged because I gotta do it at some point, which is really funny. Like it's going to the dentist.
And this is gonna save him a gift if he does it this way.
He's being economical here, which I think is pretty based.
Yeah, nothing says saving more money more than buying an engagement ring, and then paying for a wedding the next year.
So none of the other characters have met Sonia,
except for Dino.
Except for Dino, and then
Dino likes her.
Sonia doesn't like Dino, so that is where I wrote she should go. She should go to jail, and also she and Smithy deserve each other. But okay, so none of our main cast has met Sonia. They don't know anything about her. You do kind of get the sense, because it's a sitcom, that like she's probably like a jerk or whatever. Just because,
especially since her name is Sonia. That's sitcom for she's a total
that was
fucking
exactly
cunt.
what I was gonna say. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Is you also kind of get bad vibes from the name Sonia. I feel like.
Yeah.
Apologies to any Sonias who listen to this podcast.
But Mick walks in and interrupts Gavin and Smithy. Blah blah blah. The bell rings, and who do we have but Dawny Dawn herself?
Mm-hmm. And it's over. It's fucking over, dude.
This whole scene with Dawn and Pete is the most boring part of the episode for me.
I thought there were some pretty funny lines in this scene, to be honest.
Yeah, it was all right. It was just so nothing. Like it seemed like it was added last minute just because they were like, we should also have Dawn and Pete in this episode. Like it doesn't. It's resolved in like a few minutes.
The very first line of this scene is she's like gone in an instant, which is really funny because I
hadn't considered that. That is funny.
I just think the situational comedy of like Pam and Mick like clearly like go through this like every couple of days, but they're still just
they're like their marriage counselors.
Tell us about it. Like, what's the issue? Like, oh my god, that sounds so awful. Like, I can't believe it. He's done it again. Like...
I do think it's very funny when Dawn says she's going on like, enjoy this final moment of knowing Pete as a good man, good old Pete, salt of the earth, Peter Sutcliffe, salt of the earth, Peter Sutcliffe, which is like a serial killer joke.
Oh, I didn't even get that.
That's fun. One thing that irked me about this scene is that this is just very out of character for Dawn, in my opinion. In that, like, she does have fights with Pete, but, like, didn't she say that a stripper was fine because it wasn't a prosy? Why is
oh my god, you're so right.
Why is weed her line? Like
that's really weird.
Dawn 10 years ago would have told Mick to chill out because at least the weed wasn't crack. And that's so then 2 scenes later when she is high, I was like, there's the fucking Dawn I know and love.
She's back. You're absolutely right there. I hadn't considered that, but that is true. But yeah, as Dawn is talking about what they've been doing that day, they mention Pete's mum's grave, R.I.P. Edna. The actress died in 2014, aged 92.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
A legend of the silver screen.
I forgot we met her.
Hell yeah.
Pete arrives on the scene.
Yes, and Adrian Scarborough is another actor who's aged very well, I think. Doesn't look a day older to me at all.
Yeah.
He looks really good. But then, they make up about it, and we get some really fucking... It's like a weird, like, minute or two long sequence where Dawn and Pete are just, like, singing at each other for ages. And I just find it really weird and uncomfortable and boring. Yeah. Like, it reminds me of when they were reading their vows, you know? Like, okay, I get it. Can we move on now? It was just,
I read it as a throwback to their vows. Like, these people are just always, like, saying song lyrics to each other. But, yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. Do we have any more notes on this scene, or can we move on? I'm good. Sweet. Back in Barbados, Stacey's wrapping gifts, and she finds some photos of her and Gavin from 2008. Yeah. It's very sweet.
Mm-hmm. Bryn's here, and he says that Stacey looks exactly like Gwen. I disagree. But that's fine. They are two different actors that aren't actually related. Maybe they could have like similar voices, but like you're gonna tell me that you see Stacey from the back and you're like, oh, that's Gwen.
They don't even have the same color hair. Like,
exactly. They look totally different. I mean, they look like they look like they could be like mom and daughter. But I don't know if they look. I don't know if they look identical. That's just me nitpicking, though. Bryn needs to check the oven dimensions again.
Oh, he's so good, man. He's
getting way too into the fact that he was given this responsibility this year.
He loves it. He loves it. And he mentions Dick Powell. It's nice to get a mention of Dick.
Yeah, he no longer fucks with Dick Powell or his prices, though. Like, he used to say, like, Dick Powell has some really good deals. And then this episode, the one time he's mentioned, he's like, yeah, Dick Powell tried to scam me and I'm not paying him back. And then Gwen says, it's okay, I paid him back, and he's like, oh, fuck this.
The thing is, though, they've always said that like Dick Powell is like 50-50 on whether he delivers or not.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Like, he's always been,
I must have missed that.
Like the sat nav he didn't deliver on, but the bed sheets he did. The ready brek he didn't, but the barbecue meat he delivered on, he did really good. So yeah, it's always 50-50 with Dick Powell. But yeah, then the start of the episode darts around a lot because we're back at Pam and Mick's, and Smithy's finished up in the bathroom.
No, we're not.
Oh no, go on.
Yeah, Mr. fucking Gavin and Stacey over here doesn't know that the kids and Gwen are here now. And I just wanted to say that I like how minor to the plot the kids are. I don't give a fuck about them.
Yeah, no, I don't really give a fuck about the kids. It's like 4 new characters to get to know. Well, like 3.5 because we already sort of know Neil the baby, but like. No one who is watching this is here for the kids. No one cares about the kids. Yeah. Like we're here to check in on the characters we know and love.
Yeah.
But yeah, we then go back to Pam and Mick, and Smithy's finished up in the bathroom, and Gavin has like a little private word with him where he's like, Smithy calls Gavin out here because Gavin says that they're moving very quickly, and Smithy just ratios him to high heaven. Like the way he goes, bit quick. You think it's a bit quick?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
They're interrupted by hearing like something downstairs, and they go downstairs, and the adults are high as hell. And of course, what do you do when you're high? You dance around.
The adults. Everyone's an adult.
Shut up. Wait, hold on. You're telling me that like when you're home for the holidays, you refer to yourself as one of the adults. I'm saying like I'm saying, like, you're home for the holidays, none of your siblings have kids yet. You don't still say, like, oh, those are the adults, those are our parents, and then we're the kids. You don't do that?
Okay, alright, whatever. Okay,
well, fuck you then.
But yeah, everyone's getting blazed in the living room. They got the reggae on. They're dancing around, like you say, which is just weird.
Yeah, that's not... Has anybody... Well, not Ari, but, like, Pierce, have you ever gotten high and been like, I gotta dance around?
I don't think I've ever danced high ever.
Yeah,
no,
right?
It's
That's
not,
not... It's a product of, like, TV not quite understanding weed that much. 'Cause, like, I can't imagine doing anything other than just sitting around texting people.
Oh, even texting would be too much for me, man. I'm like...
Oh, wow.
When I used to get high, I used to just be zoned out. Like, I would just sort of... I don't know. I'd need to watch like some fucking Rick and Morty or something.
See, I'm in the way where, like, in real life I don't talk. I go very nonverbal, but I will text a lot. And but I also can't watch Rick and Morty because that's just too much shit happening. I need like a video of like a slowly spinning globe or something.
I actually saying that, I would like, if I used to become more of a yapper when I used to get high. I used to become like. Because what would happen was my brain goes at 1,000,000 miles an hour all the time.
Yeah.
And obviously I can't verbalize all of that. But when I used to get high, I used to like try and verbalize it all. So like my thoughts, my words would just become incoherent because I wouldn't be able to filter anything. So 1 minute I'd be talking about like I'd be darting from subject to subject.
Yeah.
But yeah, regardless of all that. Then we cut to Neil the baby and Nessa, who are caroling. Yeah. Absolute legends. I do like in this scene how Nessa has like some unreal high effort costume, whereas Neil the baby has just got a tea towel on his head and that's it.
Yeah.
Like, she's got like sideburns on. She's got the hat, like the old school jacket.
She knows the exact date she started doing this, harassing this guy, November 6th. She loves a ritual.
She does, man. She does, like clockwork. Emlyn is brilliant, I think, in this scene. Played by Youssef Kerkour. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that exactly correctly, but he has not been in Doctor Who, but he's done some Big Finish stuff for Doctor Who audio dramas, which is pretty cool.
Love to see it. Half points.
Yeah, but they managed to wrangle a quid out of another quid out of Emlyn. And they head back to Trinity Street, and the Essex lot arrive.
No, well, Nessa asks Neil the baby if he's excited to see his dad, and Neil the baby says, "I am, as it goes."
Yeah, I think it's really cute.
It's
very cute. They get back to Trinity Street. Everyone's arriving, and this is where Pam calls Harry a little prince's prince, which I think is really sweet.
Yeah, I made the connection on the second watch that like maybe that was a reference to the royal family a little bit, or maybe not. I just think it's a hell of a coincidence that they all share names of like royal family members, and that she then calls him my little prince's prince. I don't know.
Yeah. I do like how excited that like Neil the baby and Smithy are both really excited to see each other, which is very sweet.
Yeah. 10-year-olds usually don't like their parents, so it's always nice when like one
exactly.
oh, it's my fucking dad. And I have a running theory throughout this episode that Neil the baby wants his parents to get back together and like live together. I think there's a few little mentions of that throughout the episode.
Oh yeah.
We'll get to them.
Bring it up when you get there.
Oh,
I think I know what you're talking about.
There's one pretty obvious one.
Yeah, there's one pretty obvious. But then Gwen is like, so what about all you lot on the Wacky Backy, which is such an old school name for weed, the Wacky Backy.
She says that Pam said she would smoke more weed except for the munchies. She put away 4 packs of Frazzles and 2 Kit Kats on the way up. What is a Frazzle?
A Frazzle is like a bacon crisp or bacon chips, but like they're corn based. Like if you imagine, a cheese ball. If you imagine that, but in a strip shape, like a rectangle shape, and bacon flavored. They're really fucking good.
That
Really
sounds
yummy.
good.
Yeah.
All British chip names just sound so made up.
But fucking 4 packs of Frazzles and 2 Kit Kats is light work. Get a grip, Pam. Come on. Like, I could do that in any day of the week. I don't need munchies to polish that.
Yeah, exactly.
I imagine the Kit Kats are like this size, right?
No,
Kit Kats are we thinking?
Kit Kats are like
little...
like this size. They're like tiny.
Yeah, but you can get the big. You can get this one though.
What, like?
You can get like a king size Kit Kat.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get like a king size Kit Kat.
Oh no, we only have like when Pam says Kit Kats in the UK, you think of like this big, like the little 2-finger ones.
Those are teensy.
Okay. Well then, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
At least over here, there's like the Kit Kats you get in like Christmas like packages that are like the size that you said. Then there's like regular Kit Kats that are like this size, and then you can also get them king size, which is like a bit bigger.
All right, okay, so. For the listeners, I'm describing 2-finger Kit Kats, like regular 2-finger Kit Kats that come in foil.
Yeah.
And Ari and May are describing Kit Kats that are like they're not just describing Kit Kat chunkies. They're describing something like the size of a Dairy Milk bar, like one of those big ones.
Well, they're called king size.
Sorry, and I would agree. I would agree that it's about the same amount of food as like a one of the big Cadbury bars.
Oh yeah, no, like I've never even seen one of those. I've only ever seen 2 or 4-finger Kit Kats.
What's really funny about king size Kit Kats is that like the advertising says they always advertise it like I'm going to be sharing with other people.
Yeah, right. Fucking bullshit.
Just because it's king size, you think I'm going to be giving a slice to somebody else?
Sharing size,
they're always like, you guys are 4 people on a picnic bench. How about get 1 king-sized Kit Kat?
Fucking bullshit, man.
Oreos did that like a year ago, where they were like, we're upgrading the size of our family pack Oreos so that like you can share with more people. And it's like, no, you're just like increasing the amount of Oreos that people are gonna eat in one sitting.
Yeah.
But Pam has forgotten something. She's forgotten the Christmas puddings that Brynna's been going on about since October. Fucking idiot.
And she can see them in her mind's aisle.
That's so good. That's so Pam, isn't it? Her mind's aisle. And this is where I wrote, why is Bryn so pissed at Gwen? Like, he's just so unreasonably annoyed at her. Like, she's done nothing wrong.
No, exactly. People like keep saying stuff that makes me think that like off screen she's a huge fucking bitch. Like,
yeah, right.
I don't know. From Bryn, I think he's just like super stressed about the holidays, right?
Yeah, he's just taking out on Gwen.
I have family members like this who like you do not want to talk to them like around like holiday gathering times.
It's like, okay, so Gwen is like, hey, dude, it's fine. We can go to Morrison's. And he's like, fuck off. I'd rather kill myself. And then Mick suggests the exact same thing. And he's like, wow, that's the best idea I've ever heard in my fucking life. He compares Mick to Richard Gere.
You're so calm in a crisis, Mick. And you're so muscular. Can I rub your nipples again? It's so good. But then a little bit later, we're in Gavin and Stacey's room, and Stacey's getting ready to go out to the Dolphin. She's getting in a nice pink dress. It looks really nice. She always has like banging Christmas outfits, does Stacey?
Yeah.
She's looking good.
She's frustrated that her and Gavin are boring now.
I will say there is a really nice moment here when Stacey asks Gavin how she looks, and Gavin responds like, "You look lovely," without even looking up at her. And Stacey then like calls him out on it, and she's like, "Oh, you didn't even look up. What are you doing?" And Gavin, like, he just says like, "You always look amazing." Like,
to me that was a nice save.
Yeah. I feel like women hate when men do this.
Yeah, it's nice, but it's like they both smile about it, and I just think it's a really nice way to like articulate where they are. They both absolutely adore each other, but they've just been married 10 years and the honeymoon period is over. Like they both love each other, but they're just not. There's no insane magnetism anymore, you know. Then my next note is just sexy times.
Yeah, which is interrupted. The kids' main role in this episode is just to keep people from doing stuff.
Yeah, fucking Harry bursts in. Fucking kids, am I right?
They
man?
none of them have differentiated personalities in any way.
Yeah.
They all just serve the same.
They're all
the
just
same
generic
function.
kid 1, generic kid 2.
Except for Neil the baby, which I guess because he was born before the show ended, he has more of a personality, which makes sense.
He has the plot armor.
Yeah.
But then, Gavin leaves to go distract the kids, leaving Stacey in bed.
And we cut to the dolphin,
We
where
do.
they're talking about how now it's cool to go to Wales because we don't have any tolls. And I'm glad to know that Toll Bitch lost that war.
What was her name? Rita the toll woman. And this is where they start talking about the motorway services. What are your guys' thoughts on Heston?
Oh, man.
This went on so long.
Crazy.
But it's like, I think it's my favorite scene of the episode. I think.
Well, you would. This is like a UK reference thing. I had no idea what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, that's fair. Only a fool would stop at Heston.
Yeah, for real.
It does feel like kind of a like, what's the deal with airplane food kind of like scene.
Oh no, it's not. It's not even close to that. I don't think. It's like
I don't know,
because it's so.
like rest stops. Am I right?
it's so unique to Gavin and Stacey, and like so. Only Gavin and Stacey could pull off this scene. I feel like.
Really, if it happened in Doctor Who, it would be bad.
I don't think it would fit at all.
Yeah. Jackie Tyler couldn't be like Heston's. Am I right?
I mean, maybe Jackie Tyler could get away with it, but no one else. Jackie Tyler and Mickey can talk about their favorite motorway services.
Yeah. Bryn's on the Instagram and he's getting scammed.
Oh yeah, fucking Bryn got scammed at Membry. I when they mentioned Membry, I love that Gavin and Smithy both say at the same time, "Insane in the Membry." Like, I love Membry, insane in the Membry.
Yeah.
I love that scene, man. I can't believe you guys weren't more into it. We even got fucking mentions of like Cheveley and Lee Delamere, which were mentioned in the last episode that you guys watched.
Of course, and those are words I recognize. Yeah.
Well, you don't remember Lee Delamere? We had a fucking long conversation about whether Lee Delamere was French.
Yeah, is it? Oh my
Piers,
gosh.
I remember us talking about Cheveley and Lee Delamere, but
Right,
I don't have
whatever.
any like emotional associations with these stories.
Okay, fine, all right, whatever.
I'm trying to think what the American equivalent of this would be.
I don't think there is, you know.
Piers, are you more of like an Exxon or more? You have these companies though. This doesn't even work.
No, but it's the thing about motorway services. They're not just petrol stations.
I know, yeah.
They're more than that. They have some sauce about them, you know.
Okay, no, all right. I'll tell you what. Are you more of a Giant or a Safeway guy?
Well, I don't know what those are.
Those are grocery stores.
Okay, yeah, that's sort of similar. I mean, I don't know whether you know this, but in the UK we also have grocery stores, so that would also work over here.
I'm just saying, this is a dumb bit.
What do you mean? I don't like that. I don't like that. It's not a dumb bit at all. It's great. All right, whatever. Bit later in the night, Smithy's at the bar, and Nessa comes up to him to start chatting, but he gets a call from Sonia.
Yeah. He starts like speaking in baby talk. Nessa clearly does not like that.
Yeah, it's very.
I mean, this is fucking weird.
Yeah,
but, like if you were like chatting with your friend and they like their significant other called them and they started like
hello boo, so I will call you later. Yeah, it's very weird. It's very weird. But yeah, then Nessa and Smithy, they have a nice little chat here. They like Nessa offers Smithy some money because like Smithy's been pulling most of the weight with Neil financially or whatever, but Smithy says no to it, and he's like, nah, keep it and then just spend it on whatever he needs. Like whenever he needs it, just spend that on him. It's good shit. I like these two.
I like that they're a team, is what he says.
Yeah, for real.
Very
That's
cute.
good. It's good shit. That And Gavin and Stacey, they come over. They start talking about New Year's plans.
Yeah.
Nessa's on duty down the lifeboats.
Yeah. She's on boat suicide watch this year.
Yeah. It's good shit, man. Like she just does everything. This woman, she's just unstoppable.
A pillar of the town and community.
For real.
Is this where we get to the remembrance for Doris?
Well, yeah. So yeah. My gosh, I'm sorry. Nessa and Neil the baby, who is still called Neil the baby, they're still living with Bryn. And Bryn's fine with it. It's been like years. He's like, I don't know why it works, but it does.
Yeah, it's
cool.
They've
been living since Dave Coaches and Nessa split up 10 years ago. Fucking crazy. I love
That's
it.
Cute.
I love that, like, because Nessa and Bryn, they've had this like bromance for throughout the show, and it just makes sense that Nessa would live there. I love it.
Yeah.
But this is when Jason arrives. Jason's here.
Jason!
Yeah.
But yeah, Jason stopped at Heston, and everyone looks like they're about to kill him. And he's like, well, I only stopped there to get petrol, and then I actually stopped at Membry. And everyone's, way, Membry! We love Membry.
And then Stacey's leaving. She passes a little coaster to Gavin where she has vandalized the bar property by writing, like, meet me outside.
Those things are disposable, man. It's like writing on a napkin. Vandalized bar property.
Somebody else is going to get that coaster at some point later on, and he's going to be like, meet me, and he's going to be outside. Wait, he's going to go outside to meet somebody, and he's going to wait there forever, and he's going to die, and then that death will partially be on your hands for being a weird fucking bystander.
All right. But yeah, they Gavin reads the note to go meet on the island, and they go outside, and it's a very cute scene, this, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
they had sex on those rocks once.
Yeah, they start talking about all their memories. They like we do get a throwback or two.
Yeah, I like that some of the memories are stuff that we haven't seen. Like they'll be like,
yeah,
this is where
true.
Harry started to walk, and this is where we had sex. Don't tell anybody. And
because it makes sense. It makes sense that would be the case because like we only saw like a year of their relationship, which has been going on for 10 years now. So we only get to hear about one of them. Only one of the memories that they mention is like one that we've actually seen, which is nice. They fucked on the ghost train, which is mental. Like, how was it like running at the time? Like, were they going around on the ghost train while they what? How? Just logistically.
What's this ghost train?
The ghost
Is
train.
this a real thing?
You know what a ghost train is?
No.
It's like
I assumed it was a ride.
It's like a roller coaster, but like stuff jumps out at you and like it's not a roller coaster. It's just like you go through like a haunted house just on a train thing.
Interesting.
Do you guys not have those ghost train? Hang on, let me see if they're called something else.
I just don't know if it would just be called ghost train or if it would just be called like a haunted roller coaster thing. I don't know.
Ah, that's crazy. Like, yeah, it's on Wikipedia. It's called either a dark ride or a ghost train.
Oh, okay. A dark ride means something. A dark ride does mean something to me.
Okay.
That's like something I see referenced with Disney World.
Okay, yeah. It's like, you know, like they'll have like animatronics and stuff in there and...
Yeah. Okay. I know what a dark ride is.
But fucking, how the hell did they have sex on the ghost train? That's crazy.
Bro wants access to the footage.
I do. I just logistically, I want to know how it happened, how they managed to get away with it.
I like this line. I think it's a bit meta, where she goes, "I don't want us to stop being Stacey and Gavin," because like it's a bit meta because like she doesn't know that like this show's called Gavin and Stacey, but it is like because the show Gavin and Stacey is about their relationship. So you would think when they stopped when they started being in a relationship, they weren't as much individuals, or they were more associated as being like together. So I guess by putting that in the reverse order, it makes me think like I don't want us to stop being individuals and just be like the couple in the I don't know. I don't know if I'm wording it correctly.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But yeah, Stacey gives Gavin the matchbook from the hotel they stayed at in episode 1, which I think is very sweet. It would have been nice if like this was. I mean, you know, this was never going to happen, but in an ideal world, we would have seen Stacey take the matchbook in episode 1. But whatever. I don't care about it that much.
Yeah.
And then Gavin starts playing Last Request, which is very resonant. It's the song that was playing in episode 1.
Good song.
And it is a good song. Like he picks her up and starts kissing her, and as the music swells, we zoom out, and like we go back, and then we go back to the dolphin. It's I think it's a very nice little reminder that Gavin and Stacey are the two like are the core of the show. I think it's nice.
Yeah.
And this is where we have the tribute to Doris.
Yes, so they're at the bar, and I mean, rest in peace to a queen, for real.
For real, man. For
Pour
real.
one out.
R.I.P. Doris.
Nessa has beef though.
Yeah, Nessa's fuming about it.
Nessa's not partaking.
Yeah. Yeah. But this is where it's confirmed that Doris left her house to Gavin and Stacey, which is really lovely, I think. I love that so much.
I mean, it's up to the courts now. Maybe not.
Yeah, it's up to the courts.
I like this because I think that like when an actor dies in a TV show, oftentimes they feel like they have to like kind of handle it with white gloves and be like, everybody in the cast needs to like sort of pay tribute to this because the actual actor did die, and like this is a direct reflection of how we feel about the actor. But I like how in this they're just like, no, Nessa's furious about this.
yeah, that's very good. I feel like that's very it works very well, I think.
Yeah.
But this is the moment where Bryn and Ness get on stage. Let's fucking go.
The biannual Christmas song, which is funny because like either it means they're doing one on New Year's, one on Christmas, or they're just doing a Christmas song in July. And I like to think that it's the second one.
Biannual means every two, or well, biannual can mean twice a year.
Yeah,
or every
it can
2
mean
years.
Either. English language is dumb sometimes, man.
It do be dumb. It do be very
dumb. Stupid fucking
dumb.
language.
But yeah, it's a once every 2 year tradition because every other year they're in Essex.
Okay, well you can still sing Christmas songs in Essex.
Yeah, but they do it at the Dolphin. Is the point?
Okay, we'll go to like another bar that's also called the Weird Sea Animal. I don't know.
No, but like they got the people that are watching them perform are only getting it once every 2 years.
Invite them over.
Everyone in the bar, like all these people they barely know.
Fuck it, man. They're all fake. They don't have lives. They're fucking extras.
All right. I understand you're at the point where you realise you're wrong and now you're just doubling down.
That's not it. I'm right. I'm totally right.
No, you're not.
I have something to say for everything you have to say, and that means I'm right.
Great.
Oh man, I fucking love this song, man. Do you guys like this song? Fairy Tale in New York?
It's a really fun song.
Banger.
It's a banger.
That song scratches the same part of my brain as like a rigodon. I think like sea shanties and like Irish folk music and rigodons are just like in the same category of like this is I like them for the same reasons. So I really do like that song. It's really good.
They
let Bryn say the slur.
Well, yeah, he I mean, in the version I sent you guys, and the only version that I could find, he doesn't say the slur.
Oh, I watched it on BritBox because I've already seen all the spoilers.
Oh, they have the slur in the BritBox version?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh, shit.
I did not hear the slur.
Yeah.
I couldn't find a version with the slur. So yeah, in the 2019 version.
Wait, what does he say? What does he say in the version you sent me?
You're cheap and you're haggard, which is like the censored version that they play on the radio now.
Interesting.
But yeah, I mean, my fun fact was going to be
he
that
says the slur, and then Gavin is like, whoa.
yeah, Gavin like turns around. I remember Gavin like turning around. But yeah, in the version that aired in 2019, this was going to be my fun fact, is that Bryn actually said the slur in the song, which is why it, like in the version that I sent to you, May, it cuts to a wide at that point so that you can't actually see Bryn's lips moving.
Oh wow.
Because they like redubbed it.
See, I hadn't listened to that song enough times to know that there was a slur until after I watched the episode. I was like, I'm gonna listen to the song. And I listened to it, and I was like, "Oh, that's funny." Had they so in that, because I thought like maybe they had cut that part out of the song with like, I don't know, like another scene or something. So I was like, canonically, Bryn has said a slur, which I feel like is less bad because you guys say that slur to mean cigarette. I feel like it's less jarring when you guys say
we don't say no because like the context matters, and also he said like you can't say the 6-letter version of that word and have it mean anything other than the slur.
For sure. I just think that, like, once you've got the first syllable out, you might as well get the second one, too.
Okay, all right. I'm glad we got that on record.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm not. I can't decide. I had to, apologize to the G community.
But yeah, I do like how Ness is, like, singing the man's part and Bryn is doing Kirsty McCall's part. Oh, yeah, go on.
Yeah, I have a question. Speaking of slurs in the song, was it so like obviously they made the choice when they originally aired it to have Bryn say the slur. Would that have been like a controversial decision in 2019, or is that more like a 2020 thing?
I mean, it was controversial enough that they wrote Gavin to like turn around and be like, "Oh my god!" So it was clearly like contentious because one of the characters turns around and is like, "Oh my god, he said it," but clearly not controversial enough that the BBC didn't stop them from doing it. I don't remember there being uproar about it at all. It was just quietly changed. I just noticed when I rewatched it once that it wasn't there anymore. I'm not sure exactly when that was. I feel like it was a couple of years after the episode aired, or roughly thereabouts. Maybe less than that even.
Maybe I'm not woke enough, but that feels like very strange to me that like I don't know. I feel like I don't see an issue with the way they did it. Where like he does it and then Gavin reacts and then like that's it.
I also remember I know the BBC don't play the original version of that song anymore on the radio, I don't think. I know they play the censored version where it's cheap and haggard. So I don't know. Maybe it was just a company-wide BBC choice where every time that song is played.
The reason it's strange to me isn't that like it's strange that I'm not gonna articulate it as well. It's not strange to me that they changed it. It's strange to me that they clearly considered should we like have him say it or should we like cut away, like because they had Gavin react. That makes me think this is a deliberate writing choice where they're like, we can have him say it and then we have Gavin react and then we're covered. And then somehow like a very short amount of time later they're like, wait, no, we need to totally scrap this whole thing. Like it's weird that they put thought into it originally and then put thought into it again and came to a different conclusion.
Yeah, I do think it must have just been a policy change, like at the BBC, where anytime that slur is said, they just remove it or cut it out. I feel like there'll be nothing by the BBC on BBC iPlayer now will have that slur in it. Maybe not though, because I don't know how it works. Whatever. I don't think there was ever like as I say, I think I said earlier that I don't think there was any uproar about it or anything. So I don't think there was any statement mode. It was just quietly changed. But then we go to Christmas morning and Bryn is panicking.
Yeah.
Did we notice Bryn's t-shirt?
No.
Oh?
Yeah, I did. It's my niece went to Greece.
Yeah.
And all I got was
this was the greatest one. He's still got it, man. I love that so much. But then, we see Neil the baby coming to wake Nessa up. I love her eye mask. The back off eye mask. So good.
Yeah. So I think this is my first it's small, but it's the first like mention I have of like Neil the baby wanting his parents to be go back together.
Okay, go on.
Because he's not surprised by it at all. Like you're 10, you know what it is. Like you sort of have a vague idea of what like sex is. You know that like two adults, or if you don't, you are aware that like two adults who are sleeping in the same bed are usually together.
Yeah.
And he's just, he's not, he seems rather pleased by it. He's like, hey, Dad.
He doesn't seem to make a big deal
Maybe
out
that's
of it.
just me reading too much into it, but he seems very chill about it, I guess. And then he's fine. He's fine, like just lying, like just not telling anybody about it. He's fine, just like keeping that secret.
I don't think Neil the baby is like consciously like deceiving anyone or like consciously keeping it. I just don't think he thinks it's relevant at all. Like he's just like, because obviously Nessa and Smithy have like been sleeping together all of his life. Yeah, like he's used to seeing them waking up together or whatever.
That makes
so
sense.
maybe he's just like, sure, it hasn't happened in 11 months, but I don't think. Yeah,
well,
maybe.
It's fine because I have something better later on. So
yeah,
fuck you.
exactly.
You didn't get to me. I'm fine.
You're so right. You've never been wrong in your life. But Smithy wakes up and he's panicking, and it's so fucking good because like there's this one line. He's freaking out, like pacing around the room, and Nessa goes, "What's the big deal, Neil?" And Smithy responds with, "What's the big Neil is that my girlfriend's coming over." Like he says it wrong. It's such a good little bit of dialogue there. I love it.
These guys, and I guess specifically Smithy, because of information we get later on, are addicted to like cheating on their partners with each other and then forgetting about it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So obviously there's more information about this that's revealed later. But at this point, I wrote that they need to start taking notes whenever they're going to be in bed together. They need to take notes in case like they fall asleep and don't remember in the morning.
They start wearing GoPros on their head and just constantly recording whenever they're together.
Like a cop.
Yeah, and they body cams.
Yeah.
But yeah, Nessa's totally chill about it though. She's like, just brother,
Yeah.
chill the fuck out, and
Yeah.
you just get on with the day.
Well, she's not the one who's like proposing to. Well, never mind.
Yeah, that's true.
I was gonna say she's not the one who's gonna propose. To
Oh my god. We'll get there. And then Smithy starts Smithy gets a call from Sonia, and he starts whispering, like. And Nessa just goes, "Oh, why two you whispering? Why two?" It's so good.
She's very nonchalant about this whole situation. Yeah.
Yeah, she is. But they go down and they get on with Christmas.
Here's a note that I have. I don't understand what the point of, because like we have a few scenes of like the kids opening their gifts. It doesn't make sense to me that the kids aren't opening, like that Neil the baby isn't opening the kids with Harry, Meghan, and Kate. I don't. Like, if they were two completely different families and the show was just cutting between two different families, I get that. But, like, these families are always together. Smithy is Gavin's best friend. Nessa considers Gwen a mother and is best friends with Stacey. I don't understand why they don't just, like, they're right down the road from each other. Why don't they just hop?
I don't know.
I don't understand
I feel like...
these kids are basically cousins.
Yeah.
And if you're having Christmas with, like, your cousins, you would open the gifts together. I don't know.
I don't disagree, but I don't think it's that much of a jump that Nessa, Smithy, and Neil the baby would have Christmas morning together just alone. I don't think that's that weird, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of get it. Like, I'm saying that now, and now I'm thinking about it. I was neighbors with my cousins, and we didn't open Christmas gifts together, despite like having.
Well, there you
parties and stuff
fucking
together.
go. Shut up.
But I'm right, and you're wrong.
Fucking cinema sins.
But yeah, as you say, Gavin and Stacey's kids are opening their presents. Pam and Mick are over at Stacey and Gavin's, and Pam's trying to give Gwen towels for Christmas.
Yeah, and it's a whole fucking thing. Couldn't wait 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's a whole ordeal, man. Yeah. She's like, open this now, like baby Jesus would have wanted.
Yeah, you would want us opening our gift. And she puts her hands together in like a prayer motion when she's saying it as well. And then, so she does open the gifts. It is towels. Jason's like, I'm going to take one of these towels and get washed. Go fuck yourself, Pam.
Yeah.
And then Mick says, that didn't quite play out the way you wanted, did
Oh
it?
my God. His smug look at Pam is so good. I love it.
It made me think of the whole vegan ordeal thing where he was like,
yeah.
he was very much enjoying that.
Oh my God, I love it when stuff goes wrong for Pam and Mick is witness to it. So good.
All right, we're in Bryn's living room.
Yeah, then we go back over to Bryn's house.
And you know what? I've 180'd once more. I think it's weird. You guys are spending time together the evening before.
Oh.
Then you're going home, opening your gifts, and maybe it's different because he's an only child. So, like, who's he going to spend Christmas with child-wise? I would be like, you can spend it with your cousins and your friends and everybody is together.
They go over there like in an hour or so, just chill out.
Exactly.
Like...
They go over there in an hour. Why are
just
they
let
not
them have...
like just opening the gifts together?
Because they're just having Christmas morning as a nuclear family.
Feels
it's fine.
Weird, man.
Whatever. Neil the baby got an Xbox. That's pretty sick.
But he can't play certain games on there. Can't play Red Dead.
Yeah. Nessa and Bryn are going to be playing Red Dead Redemption, and I don't know whether you remember this. But I think it was in the Barn Dance episode. I asked you guys whether you thought Bryn would like Red Dead.
I don't remember this.
Well, you guys both said no.
I do. I vaguely do. Yeah.
You guys both said that he wouldn't. And, well, egg on your faces, I guess. And then this is part number 2 of your thing, right? Neil the baby getting them a present.
Yeah.
I will note, before you say this, I will note that it's an amazing little detail that Neil the baby wraps his present in foil. I don't know whether you guys noticed that. Yeah. It's really good. But go on, mate.
Yeah, well, so Neil the baby gets them a like 3 hooks, one for each person. Which is like weird because it's like, it's not even a gift that you could be like, oh, half the time it's going to be at my mom's house and half the time it's going to be at my dad's house. It's not a gift that you can like split, and like it's not a gift that like it's the same thing, but it's very much a gift that like you can only really have if like you're living in the same house.
yeah. It's a very clear indication that Neil the baby,
he's doing his part in the relationship. He's a shipper.
Yeah, he's a shipper. I mean, it's what a 10-year-old would do, like he might have seen other kids making hooks like that for their parents, their parents who are still together, and just been like, yeah, I'll do that as well. Like, that's a good idea. And you just don't like, as a kid, he just doesn't consider that wouldn't work in his setup. I think it's really nice.
It's cute. Bryn's really stressed out. He has a line where he's like, everything's like on the floor, and he's like, breakfast is going to be like a little bit late. And I wrote down that this is Pierce when he's editing the podcast, and like at first when you would at the first few episodes when you would like get really close to it being late, and you just like and you were having like a full meltdown about it.
And we would be like, Pierce, it's fine, the podcast like can come out whenever, and you'd be like, I'd rather kill myself.
Yeah, I'm a bit more blasé about it these days.
Yeah, which is nice. It's some good character evolution.
Once you break that streak once the streak of perfectly timed releases is over, it's gone, and like there's no coming back from it, so might as well just...
And I knew you'd be like this because when I had my old podcast, that's exactly what happened. I was very much stressed about like an episode being late, and then like at some point Quentin was like, you're gonna go to bed. I'm not gonna let you not go to bed, and the episode's gonna be late, and you're gonna see it's fine. And the episode was like slightly late, and I was like, fine. And since then, I was like, I don't give a fuck. This is coming out when it comes out.
Exactly, man. Exactly. But then we see Nessa and Stacey are chatting, and Ness reveals that she remembers everything from the night before.
Insane.
Yeah.
A bit shady.
Yeah.
I mean, is it though? I think this is alright behaviour from Nessa. If you like, Smithy does. I don't think it's bad for her not to tell Smithy. Because he clearly
she didn't do it on purpose. Like, she didn't like on purpose have sex where Smithy wouldn't remember.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I don't think Nessa was like sober enough that she was intentionally making Smithy cheat. It was that. No. It was a classic. Like,
no, I just think it's shady that she'd like pretend she also doesn't remember if she does, and then like not tell him. I don't know. But like, I'm right and you're wrong, and we can move on.
Yeah, no,
I think it's kind of a gray area.
Yeah, I don't have a very strong opinion of it, but
I don't have a strong opinion either. I just think it's like slightly shady. Bit shady.
Fair enough.
Bit weird. Bro was in the circus though, which is nice.
Of course she was. Why wouldn't she have been? She says we're like Hall and Oates, Morecambe and Wise, Mel and Sue.
Yeah.
And I think I mentioned like ages ago in the podcast that we got a mention of Mel and Sue at some point. I can't remember what the context was for that, but we finally got the payoff. There it is. Mel and Sue reference.
Hell yeah.
And then it's a bit later, and everyone's finished dinner. The meal was a tremendous success. Well done, Bryn.
Of course.
People start making Bryn puns, and then like I hope it doesn't give me Bryn digestion. And then Bryn tries to like sort of participate, but he messes it up. He goes Bryn and chips.
Bryn and chips. Oh, it's so good, man.
Which is nothing.
Do you guys do like New Year's resolution, like dry January and like veganuary and stuff like that? Do you guys do any of these?
I feel like people are always doing this for November for some reason.
Like No Nut November and stuff?
Yeah, exactly. But like I've seen variations on that. I mean, people make New Year's resolutions. That's like universal.
I feel like no one batted an eyelid when I said No Nut November.
I didn't hear you. You said that shit.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. We can just move on. That's fine.
No, you wanted us to pay attention to it.
What reaction? Yeah, wait, what reaction did you want? We'll give it to you.
I just expected like
script it out.
I expected a laugh is all I expected, but that's fine. I guess I'm not as funny as I thought.
Oh, No Nut November, you cheeky bastard.
There we go. That's what I was looking for. before?
And just edit that in.
Yeah.
You guys fans of Locktober?
You see that post where like they just adapted titles for No Nut November for every month. They were like, just don't jack off January. Fucking keep your pants closed February. mustn't jack off March.
Ain't gonna jack off April.
Are you asking if we have New Year's resolutions in North America?
No, like not like as a nation. I'm asking whether you guys do it personally. Like,
oh, okay. Yeah, sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm pretty bad at keeping up with my resolutions, but I do try to have one every year, and then like it usually lasts like 2 weeks. I have a serious one, which is like, usually like, oh, I want to get better at this, I want to get worse at this. But it's
Get worse. What do you want to get worse at?
I want to suck ass at this. And then
I want to start smoking.
I want my life to go to spiral a little bit, just so I have stories to tell.
I'm gonna get hooked on heroin this year.
Just so I can prove I can get off of it in 2027. But yeah, and then like I like to have a serious one and I like to have a silly one, which I recommend everybody do. It has to be like a nonsense one. Like last year, my silly one was to eat slightly more bananas than the year before. So like every time I'd see a banana, I'd be like, usually I wouldn't eat this banana, but I got a New Year's resolution, so I got to eat it. So I think I did get that New Year's resolution. I think I nailed it. Yeah. This time I'm thinking I want to, and then they're just like, do you want to suck my cock? And I'm like, what's your fucking name? What's your legal name?
But speaking of sucking cock, Sonia's here. Oh shit.
Insane. I like that. Okay, so Bryn goes to open the door for her. Smithy's kind of freaking out. I like that in the background you can hear him say, and that's Welsh the hill.
Yes, that's the best thing, man. He said the thing. Sonia is played by Laura Aikman, who has not been in Doctor Who, but she's also done a lot of Big Finish stuff.
Hell yeah. Oh.
But yeah, Smithy starts talking like he's in a fucking boardroom, man. He's like like he's in a business meeting. It's crazy.
I like that he still does his whole thing about like introducing people with like insane flourishes of like insane,
it's good.
Bum licking, but like this time it's like fancy as hell.
He calls Gavin his confidant, which is amazing. Yeah. He's like trying to get the long version of Gwen's name, and he's like Gwendolyn, Gwyneth. No, just Gwen. So
he says that Pam and Mick have been like a mama and a papa.
Yeah, I think that's really nice. He's like, even though he's saying it weird, like he's acknowledging that Pam and Mick have been like parents to him. I think it's really sweet. And he says that Jason is a member of the LGBTQIA community. Bit of a mouthful, but he manages to get it out.
And he lives in España
Yes.
In España.
And Jason says Feliz Navidad, which is Spanish. That's Spanish.
Yeah. I mean, I don't need other languages competing with mine, so we can just not mention that.
It does look like the making Robert Wilford learn fluent Spanish for the role is paying dividends.
Yeah. My prediction came true.
Yeah, for real.
What was the prediction?
It was really a prediction. I just said and this is just me like talking like off the top of my head. I was like, I wonder if they'll make him learn Spanish for this role or something.
So when they leave, I like that Pam says, it was like he was in court.
Oh, whoa, slow down.
Oh.
Because we have to, I mean, when she meets Nessa, there's a lot of good shit here.
Yeah, I noted this, yeah.
Because Smithy is going around, he's saying, this is this person, and then we get to Nessa and he goes, and that is, like, he just, like, saying and that when he points to Nessa is so good. It's like such a subtle writing decision, I like it. And Nessa asks, Nessa just goes, alright, what's occurring? And Sonia's just like, nothing's occurring. What the fuck do you mean? Oh my god, fucking, she does not fit in here at all, man.
Yeah. She has a few like moments of like not quite getting the vibe. She says, this is a bit annoying. She says, it was so weird. I mean, I came over here and the signs are just a bunch of like letters or whatever. And it's like, how do you go to Wales and not know that like the signs are going to be in Welsh? And I think what like made me laugh the most about it is that I know like Anglophones that will do the same shit with Quebec. They'll be like, wow, everything's written in French here, and I'm just like, yeah, man.
Well, okay, we can maybe this would be good to talk about. So she makes this joke, and it's clearly very awkward. Like everyone's just like, haha, like it's Wales.
Yeah.
But Smithy does make like the same joke in a previous episode, I think, basically. Where he's talking about like all the fucking Welsh sign in the hospital. Doesn't he make like some kind of crack at all the Welsh signs?
I feel like he doesn't
because I'm remembering, and maybe this is a different. I think this may be a different episode, but like them talking about like saying like like it's fucking Welsh all over the place. Like you just have to get used to it or something or some scene.
Yeah. So
like after Gavin moves there.
Okay, so in the first thing you mentioned, there's the hospital. He wasn't really making a joke about it. He was just like, for fuck's sake, I'm late for my baby's birth.
Yeah. And
all the signs are in Welsh. How the fuck am I going to get there when all the signs are in Welsh? I think that's basically what he says. Which,
okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I felt that's different. But then you're talking about the Cardiff episode when everyone is like trying to make Dino understand that even though all the signs are in Welsh, not everyone speaks Welsh. Which is just because it's Dino. Like,
I'm glad that you knew what I was talking about because I didn't.
Never underestimate my encyclopedic knowledge of Gavin and Stacey.
Okay. So she's not picking up on the vibe. Yeah.
No, she's not. But Smithy then offers her something. Did we have a note here?
No.
I don't. What does he offer?
Well, he says to her, "Can I get you a drink or anything? Perhaps an aperitif?" And that is French.
Hell yeah! Oh yeah, food, bitch.
Do you want to tell us about the word aperitif?
I don't think I've ever said that word before in my life, unless I was making fun of fancy people. That's all I have. That's all I have about that word.
But then, Smithy goes to show Sonia where she's sleeping, and they leave everyone just in shock.
Yeah.
Which is where Pam says, it's like he was in court.
yeah. I think that's really funny, because it's exactly what it's like, man.
Yeah.
And Dino told Big Fat Sue that Smithy is going to propose, and Big Fat Sue told Pam.
Yeah, I guess they're friends, Dino and Big Fat Sue.
I guess so, yeah, that's true.
My headcanon is that, and I feel like Mr. Gavin and Stacey's going to have something to say about this. My headcanon is that Big Fat Sue is Dino's mom.
Interesting. Okay. We met Big Fat Sue, and she didn't look that much. She looked quite a bit younger than Pam. So she only looked maybe 10 years older than Dino.
Dino looks a little younger than Smithy.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm happy to take that as canon. If you're going to passionately defend it. Okay,
it's canon.
It's canon. Big Fat Sue is Dino's mum. That was a brilliant headcanon. I love it. And they left the Christmas puddings in the Dolphin. Brilliant.
Yes.
No more Christmas puddings.
Which is funny because like people were very intense about it the day before, but now everybody just kind of laughs about it. Very cute.
Yeah, it's a nice little moment where like in the last Christmas special where Mick was panicking about the turkey. Like it's a similar thing here where like, you know, even if something goes wrong, it's still going to be Christmas. You're still going to have a good time. Like, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So they go over the road for a Calippo and a yogurt. It's nice.
Yeah.
You guys have Calippos?
No,
I don't think so.
Oh. They're like popsicles without a stick. Like you push them up a tube.
like a Mr. Freeze.
Kind of, but thicker. They're bigger than.
Let me look this up.
Go for it. Yeah, just Google Calippo.
Calippo, 2 L's.
Calippo 2 P's.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, right.
With 2 L's as well, or just 1 L?
Just the 1 L. Just the one.
Okay,
we only need one.
Chill out, man.
We're sweet enough.
I see. Okay, chill out. Yeah, no, I don't think we have that. I'm looking at this. I don't think I've ever seen this in my life.
They're pretty good. I like a Calippo. I haven't had a Calippo in fucking years, to be honest. But
okay, stop mentioning stuff that you haven't had in a while after I buy you your Christmas gift.
I don't want a Calippo. How are you going to send me a Calippo? Fucking, she can be liquid. All right, whatever.
You put it in the freezer.
But then you could refreeze it.
Yeah.
Fair enough. But then we see Sonia and Smithy in Britain. Sonia's moaning. I've just written "fuck off, Sonia."
Yeah, she doesn't like her bed. At first, I was willing to give her the benefit of the doubt because, like, if I'm bitching about something, like, it's not necessary. I could bitch about, like, a bed that I have to my boyfriend if I'm dating him long enough that, like, you know. But it's the way that she bitches, and then she's also, like, insulting. Like, you can be like, man, it's fucking crazy that, like, the Welsh signs over here are in Welsh, but then she's like, it just looks like nonsense. Like, fuck you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'll tell you what, right? Laura Aikman does an incredible job of playing like the most hated woman in Britain. She's incredible. She's so good at her job, man.
She was in one episode. Well, maybe two.
Fucking, she was hated, man. Like everyone was furious when this episode came out. But yeah, like there's even more. Like she starts talking about when she met Ness. She was like, "Oh, I saw her, and there was nothing to worry about there."
Yeah.
Ugh, fuck you. Nothing to worry about with you,
that's
bitch.
When
Get out of here.
That's when I was like, that's when I really started to dislike her.
Yeah. Okay, I'm glad you dislike her.
I was willing to give her the benefit of the doubt. Like maybe she just had her foot in her mouth for like the sign joke and then the mattress ththing. But then like when she's like going after Nessa, it's like, all right.
Yeah, it's this hallway conversation that really seals the deal. Yeah. Especially, oh my god, when Smithy says we're sleeping in Neil the baby's room, and she goes, "Well, he's not a baby. He's 11." Like, fuck you. Yes, he is. He's Neil the baby. Like, what is wrong with you? He's Neil the baby, man.
It's crazy. She asks too many questions. Like, this is the first time you've seen this family, and you're gonna question all of their cute little like things that they're doing.
Like, exactly. Like when they go in the like dining area, and Smithy's like they've gone over the road for dessert, and Sonia just goes, "Why?" Like, fuck you. They just did.
Because that's what they're fucking doing. You're a guest in this home, bitch.
Exactly. She does not fit in at all.
Yeah. Yeah, they go into the living room and she immediately like fat shames Smithy. And she goes like to the point where it's like she is proud of the fact that like she bought him like a gym membership and that she thinks he's fat. I don't know why you'd gloat about that. Like it's like she's proud of the fact that she's a cunt. She wants to be like, hey guys, look at how much of a bad person I am.
Yeah. Like, and just after she's met Neil the baby as well, like, fuck off.
Yeah. And she's treating it almost like she's sending him to Alcoholics Anonymous or something.
Yeah, exactly, man. Fuck off. But then Nessa gets Neil the baby to start giving out their presents, the taps, and everyone fucking loves them. Everyone's having a great time with the taps. Everyone gets it. Everyone's enjoying the vibe. But Sonia, she's like, what the fuck's it? Why have I got a tap in my hat? Fuck off. If you don't want the tap, then don't take the tap. Just shut up and say thank you.
Also
bitch.
Crazy to just like, it is like, I do understand being like, what the fuck? But like if you're not used to the family, I understand. Like if I give you a tap for Christmas, would you be like?
Yes, I'd be like, thank you.
You'd be like down?
Yes, give me a tap.
Without knowing about Gavin and Stacey.
Yes.
Okay, well, you're a fucking weirdo.
I don't care. Shut up.
But, like, I understand that, but there's a difference between, like, later on mentioning it to Smithy and being like, what is that? Is that, like, a family tradition? As opposed to just in front of the rest
she's just
of the
wrong.
family.
She's a bitch. No. Okay. Take the tap and say thank you.
Okay, I feel like you're doing that thing where you know I'm right, but you're being a cunt.
No.
But it really feels like Pierce is winning this argument.
Yeah.
Thank you. She should have just said thank you and shut the fuck up.
What tap would you want, hot or cold?
Oh, cold. Definitely cold.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, we'd switch. If you got hot and I got cold, we'd switch.
Okay.
I do like how she said that. She's like, if you don't like what you got, you can switch.
Exactly, yeah. I love that, man. I love it.
Hot for cold, cold for hot. And they're great for washing your hands.
And then Gwen starts giving out her presents, which are just framed photographs. It's quite sweet.
That's sweet.
Yeah. It's revealed that Nessa is 18-ish years older than Stacey because she was around 35 when Stacey was around 17, which means that when Stacey and Gavin met, she was around 42 and is around 52 today.
Yeah.
She's looking good for her age.
Looking very good.
Yeah.
Fucking love Nessa. And Bryn and Jason, they go very quiet, and turns out they've both gotten a photo from the fishing trip. Oh dear.
And again, Sonia's asking too many questions.
Oh my god, she pipes
everybody
up,
goes
she?
quiet, and instead of shutting the fuck up, she goes like, what happened on a fishing trip?
Yeah, exactly. Am I missing something? Shut up!
Bridge, watch the show.
Get out of this house.
It's been 10 years.
You don't belong here. But Bryn is like, right, the time has come. We're going to reveal what happened. And I love this, how Stacey just goes, not on Christmas!
I'm like, it was Christmas.
Yeah. And something else that I only noticed on this rewatch for the pod, as I was writing my notes, I hadn't noticed this before. Bryn, at one point, he goes, you all want to know what happened? And Smithy just very quietly goes, not really, before Bryn continues. You want to know what happened? Not really.
And Sonia goes like, I want to know what happened, and they're like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Nessa's like, shut up.
You're not a part of this.
Love this. Thank you, Ness. And Brittany goes to start explaining what happened. He says, it was very dark. In every sense of the word. I love that so much.
You can tell he's like practiced how he's gonna deliver the news, how he's gonna retell the story, because it's very like narrator, like setting the fucking scene. And once again, interrupted by the kids who are really fulfilling their function in this episode.
Right at the final hurdle, man. The kids come hurtling in. Phew. We'd have to find out. And we go to a bit later in the night. And Smithy and Gav are waiting for the bathroom, and they're having a little quiet chat.
Okay, so Gavin mentions Sonia, and Smithy says, who said something? Gwen?
Yeah, was it Gwen? I love that so much. Like, he just instantly assumes that Gwen said something.
I had a note that, like, I asked myself, like, is Gwen, like, a colossal bitcher, but, like, off screen? But then, like, two scenes later, we cut to Gwen bitching, so, like, never mind.
That's true, yeah. Oh, I love it. But yeah, Gavin is like, he sort of brings up that Smithy's a bit different around Sonia, and Smithy's like, yeah, well, your hair's different now since you got married to Stacey, so as if that's a point.
Which is true. It is true. Gavin's hair is different.
Yeah, I've noticed that, like, I don't know if this is like on purpose or just like a total coincidence just because of how the actors are. Gavin has picked up some Mick mannerisms and like cadences.
Oh, really?
That I've noticed in this episode. I don't know how to describe it, but like sometimes he'll say something and I'll be like, that's the way he said it is very Mick coded, or like he'll like stand in a certain way that I'm like, that's how Mick would stand. And in this
do you have
scene,
any examples? Oh god.
I'm trying to think. I should have written down why, because I just have the note. I just have the note. Gavin's picked up some Mick mannerisms, but I don't describe like what.
Okay, I'll rewatch the scene and.
Yeah, like in the previous episode when he was questioning Stacey, saying like, "I'll be there right now in a moment or in a minute" or something like that.
Oh yeah,
or like
yeah.
Or like in this scene, I just feel like he has like a Mick cadence to him. I can't think of anything else, but like I next time I notice it, which I guess will have to be in the last episode.
Yeah, I guess so. We'll see. But yeah, they do. Smithy and Gavin, they have like a little moment where Gavin is basically like, it doesn't matter what I think anyway, and Smithy responds with like, mate, yes it does. Like, it matters what you think more than anyone. And I love this. Like, they're friends. Yeah. I think it's just really nice.
It's very cute.
But then we're back downstairs.
May, before you get like formally engaged to Quentin, you have to ask me and Pierce for our thoughts. It's really
you can't just do that without checking in.
It'd be fucking crazy if I was like, "Hey guys, what do you think about Quentin?" You were like, "We actually fucking hate him. We hated him the whole time."
You shouldn't do this, man. It's not right.
You're moving too quickly.
You're just different around him.
Also, he keeps asking weird fucking questions about the taps we've given him.
So yeah, downstairs everyone's playing board games and chilling out, and like we say, Gwen and Pam are gossiping about Sonia in the kitchen. I don't really have anything on the gossiping scene. Do you guys have anything?
No.
I
think they're playing Battleship, which is the same game as last.
I thought they were playing Scrabble, man. Nessa played Jot.
No, they were playing Scrabble, but someone was saying Battleship words.
Oh, really?
I think there's two different games happening on the table.
Okay, fair enough.
The only shot we get of Sonia, like, that's like front and center in like this part of the scene is her texting. So once it's like another mention of her like not really making an effort, even though later on she says she has been making an effort. Yeah.
I also have a note about this. Like, this is so all of these characters that were all of the cast of the show, other than Sonia, they're very 2008. And I think James Corden and Ruth Jones, with this shot of Sonia being the only one on her phone, they're saying that this show wouldn't work 10 years later. Like, precisely because all of the characters 10 years later, if we met them fresh, they'd have to be like Sonia, because no one is like who these characters are in 2019. There's no one like them. Whereas in 2008, everyone was like these characters. Like, the whole world has changed, and this show just doesn't work anymore in this era. They're too much. They've become caricatures of the 2008 era. It was much more subtle back then, but now that the world is so different in just 10 years, it's not down to earth anymore, which is sad, but I think it's really it's very well put, just with that one shot of everyone being very 2008, watching TV, playing board games, and Sonia's just sat there on her phone, which, as you say, it's also a point of Sonia not making an effort, but I think that might be me reading too much into it, but I think that's what they're saying.
Well, no, I think that's like a really interesting analysis. I think you're right. I do want to be like a little hashtag not like other girls for a second here. And like, what do you guys? Sorry, I should not have put down my mic. What do you guys' Christmas days look like? Because for like me, like in my family, it's very like if you get out your phone, everyone's like, "Whoa!" Like who's getting out their phone on Christmas?
Right?
Like,
yeah.
It is expected that you're going to be doing 2008 activities on Christmas. I feel like.
I see on Christmas, it's mostly it's not like whoa, but it's like most people just don't get their phone out, because who are you going to be texting on Christmas that you haven't texted in the morning already? Like, you text them in the morning to say Merry Christmas and whatever, but I don't know, I'm very antisocial, so I like as you guys know, I like I withdraw myself a little bit.
You're the Sonia of the piece.
I'm the Sonia of the piece. I'm ashamed to say it, but I am very Sonia. What about you, May?
I love a board game. I like hanging out with family. If there are strangers, I might be more like Sonia. With like friends and family, I'm pretty. My love language is quality time. So I like spending time with people.
Yeah.
I do also am like a pretty anxious person. So like my family knows that like occasionally throughout the day I will go to my room just to take like 5 minutes. And that's not like that. So they do expect this from me, but I don't not text on Christmas or like go on my phone to look at memes or something. But like I love a game night, so like that's usually what we end up doing on Christmas and stuff. So
my social battery is very weak. So like if I'm with people for more than like in person for more than like 3 or 4 hours, and like it's a lot of people, I just completely shut down and I just end up staring at the wall, and I'm like so it's like But yeah, whatever.
I'm like this too, but can't you just go to another room? Have you tried that?
So, it's difficult when you're in someone else's house. It's really difficult to find a private. I go to the bathroom a lot. Having a vape is clutch.
I was gonna say,
like being able to go out in the garden for 5 minutes. It's good shit.
I was gonna say you could pull a Nessa, be like, I need to take a smoke.
I have a friend that like I met through Quentin. Her name is Marie. Shout out Marie if you're listening to this. I love you. I know you probably don't understand what any of us are saying right now, but like maybe you're still listening.
Marie.
But I met her through Quentin, and like how we met is that she went to school with Quentin. So like for a lot of the times it was like, oh, I'd love for you to meet my girlfriend one day. And we ended up meeting at her house. Like after school, we went to her house. And first thing she said to me when I met her, like we had spoken like very briefly before, but the first conversation we had together was her going like, hey, I know you have anxiety. So do I. If you ever feel overwhelmed, that's the anxiety room you can go into. And like, you don't need to like ask it. And I knew from that moment, I was like, this is a really cool person.
I love that, man.
She just pointed to her bedroom and she was like, just go in there. I'm not going to be upset if you do it.
That's really nice.
Total sweetheart.
Yeah, for real, man. Big up Murray.
Yeah.
But in Gavin and Stacey, they start talking about going swimming tomorrow. And Neil the baby and Smithy, they have a nice little moment where Smithy's like, I'm only going to go in to see if you go in. And Neil the baby's like, oh, well, I'm only going to go in if you go in. And they have a little like play fight. It's very sweet.
But Sonia's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, they're interrupted by Queen Cunt herself.
I'm the villain this episode. Shut the fuck up.
She pulls Smithy away and she's like, I want to go home. And I'm just like, all right, go home. Fuck off. I don't want you here. My note here is, in quotes, I just feel really uncomfortable here, which is what Sonia says, and I've just written good, full stop.
And I don't know why she feels everybody has done so much to try to make her feel welcome.
Exactly, man. Like, so what? Someone bought you a tap. Like, get over it.
Yeah,
somebody
bought you a tap. They've never met you and they bought you a tap.
Exactly.
Like,
Pierce the bed. You don't understand Pierce the bed. It's so uncomfortable.
And she doesn't understand the fishing trip.
Jason didn't get a tap, and she did get a tap. Like,
that's crazy.
You're clearly being treated well here. Whatever.
Anyways, she's leaving.
First of all, she suggests that because she wants Smithy to leave with her, and she suggests bringing Neil the baby with them. And this, first of all, fuck off. But second of all, I love the way that Neil the baby asks Ness, like, am I going with them? And Nessa just quickly and flatly says no. Superb.
Yeah. Very, very mama bear type thing. It feels like she was very much like, I would rather kill myself than let this woman handle my child.
Yeah,
no, it was very much like, this is Smithy's drama. Like, this is not, not going to affect you in any way.
Love it so much. So then, they come back in and Sonia makes up some shit about her mum being ill.
I like that Pam has heard this conversation. Like, they can hear it, but she still goes like, what's wrong?
Oh, what happened? Oh, no.
and so Gwen is like polite about it, is like, wow, that sucks for your fake Bob. Like,
yeah. Oh, it's so just watching her squirm. I love it.
This is unrelated, and like I'm sure you're gonna cut this out, but
then after they make up some shit about Sonia's mum, I do like that Neil the baby just goes, "You're not going, are you, Dad?" Like, yes, bitch. Fuck you, Sonia. Like, Smithy's staying, man. Love it.
Oh, Smithy is like, I can't leave them. They're my family. And Sonia goes, they're not your family. Fuck you.
Fuck off.
Bro's never heard of found family? Fuck you.
Exactly, right? Dickhead, man. But then, Smithy escorts Sonia to the car, and Ness follows Smithy outside for a fag. She goes out. Sonia drives off. Good riddance.
Smithy makes an excuse for her. He's like, oh, she's never had her her family for Christmas or whatever.
Fuck off. Don't care.
Yeah. My next line is, oh, is Nessa saying I love you, the spoiler? and then the one after that is holy shit.
So, all right. First of all, Nessa offers Smithy a drag of her fag, and he like looks to make sure the car is gone before accepting. And he's clearly quit smoking, which is good because he says that's horrible.
His whole like demeanor also changes as soon as she drives away.
Big time. Oh yeah. Like
he's a lot more relaxed.
Yeah, for real. Like he has been. Well, like he was yesterday before he woke up in bed with Nessa. Like he's back to Smithy, and then he starts sort of walking back in, and Nessa stops him, like, and she basically says, like, you don't need to go changing for anyone or even her, like, you're good as you are, like, you're a good bloke. And then she starts talking about how their whole relationship has been complicated, but she's loved it, and more to the point, she loves Smithy. And this was so mind-blowing. She gets down on one knee and proposes, and bang, credits. What
So
the
insane.
fuck? Oh,
and it's crazy that no other episodes for 5 fucking years, and you're gonna end like
5
that.
years.
That's crazy.
We didn't know we were even gonna get one for 4.5 years after this. Like they only
That's
announced it like
insane.
when they started filming 6 months before the episode aired. Like because it was fucking insane because like James and Ruth would be like, oh, I don't know, I think there's something quite nice about not knowing what happened. Oh, so good. There is, hang on, shall I show you this? There is one video that I really love. This isn't, most people won't have seen this. This is just a video I saw on Twitter like after the episode aired, back when I still used Twitter 5 years ago. I'll post this on the Blue Sky as well, just so that you guys know what I'm showing showing these guys. But it's just a video of people reacting to it, and this is, I feel like it encapsulates how everyone reacted back on the day.
No! Sophie, say yes. Say yes. Say yes. Don't be a prick.
Say yes, don't be a prick.
Oh, I love that scream so much, man.
Oh, those poor bastards.
And then we just heard nothing, man. Oh, so what did you guys think of the ending? Like, what did you guys reckon?
This is the first time I can like be honest in like 6 months.
Hello, it's Editing Pierce here. It is currently 1:38 a.m. on the 31st of December. It's New Year's Eve. Oh my god. It's the day that this podcast is coming out. I'm just finishing up the edit, and I just noticed that at the end of Ari's recording, so from this point onwards, Ari's audio gets a lot worse. I think her microphone switched from her phone's mic to her headphones mic, so you're going to have to deal with that, unfortunately. Not much I can do. Blame Ari, not me, etc. Hope you had a good Christmas, and I hope you do have a good New Year.
So I feel like Smithy's definitely gonna say yes, right?
Okay.
Oh, I honestly think they won't necessarily be married, but they will be. Like, they'll have made more of a commitment, but I don't know if Nessa's the marrying type.
All right, I'll tell you what. So we can move on to. I don't want to do predictions yet. Is the point?
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I just want to know what you thought of the episode. Like, what you thought of the ending specifically, rather.
I feel like part of me feels like it jumps the shark a little bit. Like, it was like, that's like a little much. But it also does, like, I guess feel Nessa does seem like someone who just does stuff like that. So
That's true. Yeah. She's very sort of. She knows what she wants, and she doesn't fuck about with it.
exactly.
Like she offered Bryn a go, and he said no.
I loved it. Like I said, I'm not like a huge fan of like when like shows or movies like beat the dead horse a little bit, just because they know that like fans. I like fan service, but I don't like beating a dead horse, I guess.
Sure.
I compare it to like Toy Story when they started making other Toy Stories. I thought that was stupid because the last Toy Story was about letting go and moving on. So like it felt weird to be like, except that we won't. We're gonna make a few more movies.
I think we mentioned this last week, right?
I think so too. But I think this worked very well because the whole ending of Gavin and Stacey, like the original ending, what I liked about it was that it was like very ambiguous and you weren't getting all of the answers. And this felt the same. I felt like the only way to make an ending that would like keep that magic going would be to make an ending that it was even more ambiguous. And I think that like ending it on a marriage proposal where you have no idea if the guy's going to say yes or no, or like what's going to happen. And then being like, and since at the time they didn't even know they were going to make another episode 5 years from now, felt like just the perfect ending to be like, you know, theoretically, if this had been the last episode, it would have been like, we don't even know what he said to that. We don't know if they got married. We don't know if he like stays with Sonia. And you know, we don't know like what comes of the fact that like Stacey asked Gavin, I guess, to just be a bit more adventurous and everything. Like it's all up in the air, and I like that. I think the only thing that could maybe ruin it is if in the actual finale they just kind of like answer all of those questions and go like, fuck you, we're Gavin and Stacey.
So when
Pierce, what did you think of the ending?
because now that we're at this point, because in 20 I can remember what I thought when I first watched it, so I can join in. I remember I was
like I was obviously just reeling from the fact that this show was back, and I was so excited to watch more of it, and I loved every single second. So I wasn't even thinking about the fact that like this is the end or whatever. I was just like, that was so cool. That was amazing. What a cliffhanger. I honestly wasn't sure whether they would make another one. I was like, that's a really bold ending for sure.
Yeah.
It's bold. But I really want to know what happened. Like, all right, let's go into predictions. So this is like the first time I get to take part in predictions, because I remember when the next episode was announced, I was able to like I started theorizing, so I have what my predictions were. Like before I'd seen any trailers, before I'd seen the episode, I remember what my predictions were. But I want to get your guys' ones first. What do you guys think is going to happen in the finale?
Yeah, I think Smithy will say yes.
Okay.
And they're gonna start living together.
They'll start. What? So you think they'll have already been married and they'll be living together at this point?
They'll at least be engaged and living together. Maybe they'll have like a May Quentin situation where they're just like sort of vibing.
Okay, yeah.
Wait a second. You would describe Quentin and Me's relationship as sort of, isn't that every couple? I just want
just not
clarification as to what you, just not married.
Living together but not married.
Yeah.
May and Quentin situation. May, what do you reckon's going to happen?
I think if they do get married, it won't be in the way that like normal non-Nessa and Smithy people get married. I do think, I could see a version where, I don't know what the laws are in the UK. This would be illegal in Quebec, but
sure.
Where they're married but they don't live together, or like they're married but like they're like in an open relationship, or like they're not married but they are a couple and they're sort of raising Neil the baby, but like they don't live together and they just hang out. Or they're just like the best of friends and they just don't date anybody else. I don't see it being like a traditional married couple where they now live together and they have kids and like a dog and like a yard, what I mean?
That makes sense. That tracks.
Doesn't feel very Nessa and Smithy.
Yeah. Okay, so my predictions back in 2024 were
back in 2019. Oh, 2024. No, you're right. Never mind.
Yeah. So I only made these predictions after they announced that a new episode was coming. I didn't know anything about the episode. Hadn't seen any trailers. This was just what I thought. I thought Smithy said yes to Nessa, right? I thought he said yes. Mm-hmm. And they were going to get married and do the whole thing, but the wedding was delayed because of COVID. And it still hadn't happened in 2024 just because of reasons like, maybe they split up, maybe they just didn't get around to it, whatever. And maybe we'd be finally seeing the wedding day in the finale. I thought that was going to be it. Like they'd finally gotten around to it or whatever.
Christmas wedding would be kind of I don't know. That would be a production.
It'd be very, very Gavin and Stacey, wouldn't it? Like Christmas and a wedding. So yeah, I will. I'll send you guys the finale episode, and I'll also send you the the behind the scenes documentary. It's called A Fond Farewell. Make sure to watch it because it is really good. And I'll probably want to talk about that a bit too. It's nothing like there's nothing like crazy in there. It's just a really nice little documentary about the making of the show. But on that bombshell, it is time for 3 good things. For those of you who might not know, at the end of each episode, we each like to share a good thing that's happened to us recently and just leave the episode on a high note. Who wants to go first?
I can go first.
Let's go, May. May, you go first.
So stupid. I don't know if I mentioned this in the recording or if I mentioned this like on a VC with Pearson Ari, like completely separate from the recording. But a few months ago, or a few weeks ago, I believe, Dick Van Dyke mentioned that Dick Van Dyke, if you guys don't know, is an actor very much known for Mary Poppins and for having the worst Cockney accent known to man. Love him though. And I can't tell, so but he is a total delight, and he was supposed to turn 100 this year. When asked about if he was excited, he said I think it'd be funny if I didn't make it. he said he thought it'd be hilarious if he died right before his 100th birthday, just to show how much of a delight that guy is. He said
He's also said that the reason he's made it to 100 is that he doesn't have hate in his heart, and he's a very loving person, and he drinks a lot of
Yeah,
water.
I saw that clip. That's lovely.
He's a total sweetheart. He says he wants to play Scrooge at some point.
Hell yeah.
Yesterday, as of recording, so December 13th, 2025, made it to 100 years old.
Oh, damn, that's my sister's birthday. That's crazy.
Happy birthday to Dick Van Dyke and to Pierce's sister. But yeah, it's my good thing because I've been keeping a close eye on it because I wanted to know if he was going to make
finally
it.
happened.
Or if the bit was going to win out or not.
Here's what's your good thing.
I went up to Norwich yesterday, and I've never been to Norwich before, and it was a really nice city. The vibes were just really nice.
Would you recommend? Would you recommend other people?
I would. I would. Yeah, it was really, really nice up there. Like all like in London, which is where I live. There's a lot of graffiti everywhere, and a lot of it is just nothing. Like it's just like tags and stuff. But like all of the Norwich graffiti was all like really left wing, and it was really nice. It was all like trans rights and shit. It was really cool. Yeah, it was just a nice vibe. All right, what's your good thing?
No one be mad at me. My good thing is that Christmas is coming.
Hell yeah!
Oh yeah, you love to see it.
I think this is the last time we're recording before Christmas.
Ari, what are you hoping to get in the Christmas gift?
I'm moving soon. So I'm hoping to get like
a
stuff
moving van
for my kitchen and whatnot.
So like a coffee maker, for example, right?
Yes. I bet someone super cool, like that would be a super cool gift for someone to give me, would be a coffee maker.
Yeah, that would be. I mean, it wouldn't be that cool because you already have one. I don't know if you know this, so you wouldn't want to.
Please explain the bit. I mean, I'm pretty sure the bit is pretty obvious that May got Ari a coffee maker for Christmas.
If you haven't picked up on it, the bit is that May gave me a coffee maker for Christmas.
But thank you ever so much for listening. If you'd like to keep up with the show, you can find us on TikTok, Instagram, and Blue Sky at Fishing Trip Files. Or if you ever want to get in touch, roast us for our bad takes, or give us yours on the finale, you can email us at tftf@anotherhappystudios.com. I do have an email that I would like to read to you both, if that's all right.
Ooh, let's hear it.
This is from David
Whoa.
Of the Talking Pictures podcast, which is also produced by Another Happy Studios. It says, Ari, Maylena, and Pierce. Oh, Merry Christmas, what's occurring? It's not all in Welsh, I'm just doing that line. Don't worry.
No, I was thinking maybe people were emailing in now, hoping to get you to do a Welsh accent.
They haven't heard that one yet, man. We're recording this like a week before that episode comes out. David says, wanted to send in an email for what is not only what I think is the best episode of Gavin and Stacey, but also the best Christmas special of any show and the best reunion special of any show.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
I think this is, well, like, first of all, I don't know whether this is the best episode of Gavin and Stacey personally, but I do think it's the best reunion episode of any show.
I was thinking about this earlier, and I didn't bring it up, but I was thinking about this earlier. The reason I didn't bring it up is that because I couldn't think of very many other reunion episodes of TV shows.
That's true.
But off the top of my head, I was like, I can't think of any like better reunion episodes than this.
Yeah.
But that might just be because I'm not thinking of very many of them.
I'm also counting like reunion movies and stuff. Like reunion media in general isn't great, and this does as good as it possibly can be, pretty much. So the
only one I could think of off the top of my head was the iCarly reunion, which was
I'm
pretty
getting
bad.
I'm getting a call from our boss. Nathan is ringing me. Oh,
okay.
Fuck,
Whoa.
Can you put him on speaker?
What's he got to say?
Why is Nathan? Oh, I missed the call. Hang on, let me call him back.
Our boss.
What Nathan? What is wrong? We're recording TFTF. You're on speakerphone.
Okay, we're recording Still Got Legs. You're on speakerphone.
Oh my god, we're on Still Got Legs. This is crazy.
No, we're not even recording. You can't hear you. Shut up. Maybe you can. I don't know. We're not recording yet. We're about to record, and we're like, where the fuck are you? So we're telling you to basically hurry up and finish Fishing Trip Files so you can come join the stream.
Why do you need us there?
Because there's like 3 people and it's sad.
Okay, can we include this in the episode?
Sure, why not?
Okay. All right. Everyone subscribe to the Still Got Legs on Patreon so you can get access to these amazing live streams where no one is there without us.
This counts as my one good thing.
All right.
All right.
See you later. Bye.
See you soon. Bye.
All right.
He said no one else was there?
No, it's like 3 other people are in the stream apparently. All right.
That's really funny.
David goes on to say, he says, I watched Gavin and Stacey after the show had ended, so this was my first time watching the show when it was new. The way the episode starts, and it feels a little off, it's familiar, but straight away you can see things have changed, like Gavin's bedroom, Pam and Mick's house. It makes it feel like, yes, we haven't seen these characters for 10 years or so, but they've still been going, they've been living their lives this whole time, and I think that's what I love about this episode as a whole. The way so much is different, but so much of it is still the same, without feeling like just a chance for Ruth and James to cash in on nostalgia. Which I agree. I think it's very well done, the time passing thing. Every character is reintroduced naturally, like any episode of Gavin and Stacey, and not some big fanfare return of, look who it is, which I agree. Like, there's no big fanfares for anyone returning. It's just one more episode, you know. Maybe like a season opener where you meet all the characters one by one, but I do think it's good. Pete and Dawn next door are still together. Side note, are Pete and Dawn Pam's neighbours? I
didn't realize this.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't realise this, but I think it tracks. I think it does make sense that they would be neighbours.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I'm going to headcanon that. I don't think it's ever confirmed, but it does seem like they could be neighbours.
Yeah.
It makes sense, especially with the part where it's like, I gotta go see my mom, and then like he just
that's
leaves like
what I was
that,
thinking.
and then comes back bringing her.
And he'd been drinking as well that night.
Yeah.
There's Pete and Dawn are still together but fighting for their lives, while Smithy and Nessa are dapping each other up, and there's not one bit of awkwardness between them. Their relationship has grown and evolved over the time we haven't seen them. I love this. We get some classic mishaps that we believe the characters would fall into, like Pam trying to be sneaky and giving the towels as a present, and Bryn's stress of organising Christmas dinner. Both things that haven't been done before, but the scenarios and character moments feel totally in line with what would have happened if this episode took place in the original 3 series. Like, I agree with that. The situational comedy in the episode is great. It feels right in place with the rest of the show. I agree.
Yeah, it's really well said.
I love that Neil the Baby is the same actor as the original, and he's the kid who gets the most screen time of the kids, because he's the one who's been there the longest. Yeah, we spoke about this. Sonia is such an interesting addition for Smithy, because the family, in quotes, that he has are also entangled in each other's lives. I just find it so hard to believe that he could get away with not introducing her to the Shipmans, at least until the day before he's going to propose.
Well, because he was I feel like he was avoiding it. Like, I feel
Smithy,
like he subconsciously he knew she wasn't gonna vibe with the family.
Yeah, I think so as well. Yeah, subconsciously he knows that this isn't right. But David, he says, I understand where she is coming from with being a bit awkward, but she serves as a good surrogate for the casual viewer who may not have watched older episodes and doesn't quite get the jokes. This is a brilliant point, which I hadn't considered. Like, Sonia is a great surrogate for people who were watching this on Christmas Day 2019, and there were other people in the room who didn't fucking understand why Nessa was giving people taps, and she's like, what the fuck's going on? Like, everyone in...
So you do agree that it's weird if you haven't seen
No,
it?
I don't! Fuck off! Just say thank you for the tap. Fuck off!
Shit, man.
No,
I
didn't.
I didn't. Said that shit.
You're making... You're making shit up, man.
Your Honor.
No, you're making shit up.
We got that on fucking tape, dude.
We even get the closest we've come so far to hearing what happened on the fishing trip. Her simple question means so much to everyone in the room and watching at home, but to anyone else, it's just a simple, harmless enough question. Like I said, Smithy and Nessa's relationship is the best it's ever been in the episode. I just love the respect they have for one another, and they're a great pair of co-parents. We said this, like we were talking about when Smithy was offering the money. This is great.
David, you're late.
David, you're late. I love that they do sleep together again, but this time it's Smithy that's in the wrong, which is cool. Yeah, like last time it was Nessa that was in the wrong. This time it's Smithy. Yeah. And Nessa's line, "What's the big deal, Neil?" is so funny to me. I did mention that. I thought that was hilarious as well. The final moments make the episode to me. The sharing of the cigarette,
Nessa telling Smithy she loves him, something she didn't say to Dave Coaches while she was about to marry him, and the cliffhanger. I think it's the perfect way to end the episode. Every episode of Gavin and Stacey feels like it ends with a cliffhanger, and this is no exception. I truly do think it's the perfect ending for the episode. And although there is one episode to round it all out, I still would have been satisfied never knowing what happened next. I feel like this is what you were saying, May.
Yeah. I always think like in a TV show, I like I think my exception is Doctor Who, where I hope it outlives me. But I like an episode. I like a TV show that knows when it's time to hang its coat. And if you're gonna come back after hanging your coat, you better sort of deliver on the same stuff. And I think that I do agree that this is I agree with Ari. I haven't seen many reunion episodes, but I do agree that this would maybe be the best reunion. I don't think it's the best Christmas special, and I don't think it's the best episode of TV. But I do agree that or the best episode of Gavin and Stacey, but I do agree it's a very good reunion special.
Yeah. David finishes by saying, I'm sorry for yapping a bit here, but I really do think this episode is the best of the best when it comes to Christmas and Gavin and Stacey.
They're used to yapping, don't worry.
yeah, we're used to it, chill out.
They've grown in immunity.
Drinks in the pub, raising a drink to Doris and discussing the best services to stop off on show the incredible writing that you can have sentimental conversations and completely mundane ones, but no matter what, you're happy to listen and have the characters together. I'm sorry that the next episode will be the last of Gavin and Stacey, but I hope not the end of the Fishing Trip Files, and I hope you all continue chatting with some new show soon, as it would be a shame to not have you three in my ears every 2 weeks. Until next time, happy holidays, David. I mean, we have discussed doing other podcasts. I mean, Ari, do you want to talk about the idea for a podcast that you had that sort of went a bit wrong? But go on.
Sure. I'll start talking and we'll see where this goes. About I want to say back in May, I think maybe June, before I started working this summer, we were kind of floating an idea. I think it was originally kind of my idea that we could do a podcast where we talked about just the pilot episodes of TV shows next. So that way it was like a really low barrier to entrance to people. You didn't have to like keep up with a show or something. You could just like tune into whatever episodes like you were interested in, just watch like a 40-minute episode and you'd be ready to listen to our podcast. And it would be like a fun way to like share TV shows with each other.
I loved this idea of just doing that, just talking, like watching a pilot of a TV show and then talking about it. I thought this was incredible. Like it was like the best idea I'd ever heard in my life. I was so into it.
It turns out there's a lot of these.
Well, I mean, there's only a handful, right? But then Gavin, who emailed in last week, I don't know, how long after was it? Like we decided we were going to do this.
Enough time had passed. We're like, it was originally, I'm going to be honest, like, I think I was, like, drifting off to sleep one night. I was like, oh, that would be a fun podcast idea. No, like, attachment to it whatsoever. Enough time had passed, though. It was, like, 6 weeks. Where, like, I had made a spreadsheet to track, like,
we'd, like, planned all of
episodes.
the first, like, we planned, like, the first, like, 40 episodes. And then Gavin, who emailed the podcast last week, emailed the Fishing Trip Files, announced in a group chat that we're all in. I was like, we're doing the podcast that Ari came up with.
And actually, we've been doing it for a little bit.
Yeah, like somehow, I can't believe this.
Their first episode had come out. Their first episode had come out sometime in August, and the way that Pierce is phrasing it makes it sound like Garen stole the idea. And that's not what happened.
No, we hadn't told anyone that we'd had this idea.
Independently, they came up with this idea.
And the worst thing about it was like the artwork for their podcast. I think it's called First Time Flyers.
Yeah.
The artwork for their podcast is so fucking good. It was fucking insane, man. I was just like, for fuck's sake. So I don't know. Maybe we'll make a podcast. Maybe we won't. But yeah, we'll have to think of something.
Yeah, I will say. Okay, can we circle back to David's email?
Yeah. Go on.
That was a really well-written media analysis. And does this man do this professionally? Is there other places people can see his media analysis?
He does. If you liked David's email, which, as Ari said, is very, very well executed and very well written, you can find more from David on Talking Pictures podcast from Another Happy Studios. You can get a link at anotherhappystudios.com. They talk about films
I think they recently did an episode on Wake Up Dead Man, which I'm actually going to watch tonight because I've been really excited to watch that. So then I'll be able to listen to their podcast on that.
I watched it recently as well, and I'll be happy to share my thoughts next week.
Hell yeah. But yeah, thank you for your email, David. That was really, really lovely to read. If you want to help the show out, we'd love it if you could leave us a review or rating on your podcast platform of choice. Those things really do help us out. Well, I said this last week, but they don't really help us out anymore. But, you know, it's nice for posterity. Just say nice things at us and it'll make us feel good. We'd like to see numbers go up.
Yeah.
Once again, this podcast is produced by Another Happy Studio, so please do check out all the other wonderful stuff from them by going to anotherhappystudios.com. But for now, we'll see you on the Wednesday after next at 10 a.m. with the finale. Not the next episode, with the last episode. And as we always say, au revoir.
Adios.
Rock and roll.